Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode with us, Ginton Dice, where we are not talking about old grannies, old redneck grannies spilling blood.
Old gay redneck granny.
Oh, she wasn't talking about spilling no blood, but she's talking about spilling them guts. I done said it. She's getting up in there.
Let me show you how Mama makes those
How
cookies.
far in there, though?
You ever
Holy
see Mama's
shit.
biscuits and gravy recipe, boy? It's house made.
Oh. Some like jambalaya right there. Wow.
So, yeah, we've been gone for a bit. Most of us are either slightly getting better, still sick, or starting to get sick. So, don't
We'll
mind
never
any
get
of us.
that day.
Yeah, it's just downhill from here. If
We've
anybody
already-
watches,
We peaked ages ago and now just going down.
yeah, our HP just slowly declines at this point. So, God. So it's been just a slight bit for us. So don't mind us as we try to get back into the action of things. All right. So where did we leave off? So as far back as I remember, you guys split up with Elise going to retrieve Lucy's body. Taking a couple of teleportations here and there, got her body, resurrected her, come to find out that she wasn't getting any better, that there was something else wrong with her. Took her to see Paragon. Paragon tried to figure it out, couldn't quite make heads or tails of it. Got visited by a deity that seemed to know much about the dead. Pointed out where to get more information and other solutions. And then after speaking with the group via sending, one of those being that the bow could absorb her. With that not being an option for Elise to choose, you went back to Iron Mare, went through the mines, following a path that you guys were on the path for a very long time ago, and met up with essentially the Mother of Dragons. And she was quite plain with a lot of her statements when you asked questions, stating that this organism, as she's referencing the Nameless King, is something that was born and can't be stopped, and even if it was, another would just take its place. And so, realizing some of this information, she did try to help you understand 3 individuals about Lucy's condition, that her soul was not big enough to fit the vessel anymore, that part of her soul was eaten away, if you will. The first one that was showcased was the voice, and that if combined with her, she would still have more of the obligation to keep looking at these obelisks, but depending on which one was stronger could determine more of the outlook of the combination of the two. The second one was Empress, that there were 2 souls already in one body that, come to find out, their souls or personalities are growing stronger and stronger, and that would pretty much end up killing them, as again, 2 souls in one body tends to not make a good combination. And then the third one was finding out that the guild leader of Zetham is a dryad of a combination of 3, and that one of them, if persuaded enough, could join with Lucy, but that would cause the guild leader to lose a lot of power. Elise, you had time to kind of think and meld over on who and what you were going for that. As for the rest of the group, you guys made your way to Zolosis, then kind of spoke a little bit with, I believe Zeldron was her name, and teleported to Raka.
Did I talk to some angry minion of her?
Yeah, and then flew to the islands north, kind of close and in the mixture of Stormfair, and you guys were going through trying to locate them. After a couple of mistries, you guys was able to find the island, and you guys were deciding to either wait for Elise to come back or to go at it yourselves. So, what are you guys, as the party, what are you guys choosing to do?
I think I needed to leave some sort of marker, and then we were gonna head up to hang out in Stormfair. That's
I think you already made the marker.
Yeah,
I think we discussed.
We made the
different ways to
marker.
do it. Did we?
yeah.
Mm.
I believe you guys did
No,
already
some-
make the marker.
It was something big, noticeable for us,
No,
but not too noticeable.
I think
though.
I said
That's
that
what
I
we
would
just-
maybe like fabricate a 10-foot cubic structure near the cave, and then put 2 mirrors on top of it if we had 2 hours.
Yeah, that would have been easy enough to do.
Yeah.
That was the agreement.
I'm quite sure you talked and did it, because I remember a very lengthy conversation about that.
All right.
I don't
Now to
remember the
Stormfair
lengthy
on our
conversation of
I
that.
don't remember.
I do. I do remember a
Yeah.
really long conversation, so sitting there going like, man, I was need to discuss this.
All right.
Build a fucking stick, put it in the ground.
So, we'll say you.
They're surrounded by giants.
I remember there was a long discussion because somebody wanted me to just burn down the island, and I was like, I can do that.
You say someone, that was just your inner monologue.
You did. That
No,
was
it
just
was brought up-
you.
It was brought up, how can we make a symbol? And I was like, I can fabricate, or I can do wall of fire. And it was like, we could try to like spell out something with the wall of fire, and I was like, I think it's gonna burn down the island. I was like, it's gonna catch things on
You
fire.
were the one that suggested that. I was like, let's not do that because that's too
I
noticeable.
suggested it as one of 2 options.
Well, nevertheless, we'll use the mild solution that you did create with a good couple of hours. A somewhat noticeable, but at the same time not extremely noticeable structure. So, and then
I
you
hope
guys
you guys
are
come back and it's completely shit on by seagulls.
and so you guys are then going to just go to
Probably is.
Stormfair or going to what's her face's
I think it was Stormfair.
place.
Can we roll for seagull shit?
I mean that could.
I don't want to roll
possible.
for seagull shit. I think what? Yeah, what's her faces?
Helwyn
I
or
mean, Elise is the
Vithria.
druid,
Yeah, but I'm not a seagull.
Yeah.
but you could be. At
I
any
could
moment.
be. Whenever I feel
You know
like
what?
I
Another
could be.
seagull's gonna
I
crap
could
on
either
that.
be. I could either stop with the campaign and become a pigeon and live in a city and shit on everyone, or I could become a seagull and live in a city and shit on everyone.
Well,
One of you is most
There
likely
you
to get
go.
murdered, Aston.
Problem solved.
Okay, but you guys are choosing to go to Stormfair, so I will move you there.
I'd
And
say
my-
in this
Yeah,
time
I
and
know,
age,
we
a
were gonna go
pigeon would
see.
be more of a delicatesse than a seagull.
Have we
Um,
just reached the point where nobody messes with us on the road because they're like, ooh,
Well, you guys were
Probably.
on boat, so
that's
Do
true.
you remember the last thing that happened when when someone messed with us while we were traveling on a road?
That's true.
Last time that
Us-
something happened, we basically butchered a bunch of people, and then they
Mhm.
started trying to run away, and we were like, "Are
No,
we bad guys?"
No, you don't get to run away.
no.
We had a zombie like run after 2 of them that ran away. I think.
That was their fault. They initiated that.
I think only 2 of them made it away, and we sent a zombie to chase them.
I didn't kill anyone.
so
Yeah, we did.
I will say this: as you guys make it to Stormfair,
Prime
it
did.
is, getting a little bit late. The sun is kind of setting, so it's still slightly light in the sky. Anything particular you guys doing, or just kind of like waiting, buying time?
Do you want me to contact Nick? Nick, right?
Zach.
Zach, that's it. Why do I always think it's Nick?
Who's Zach?
Who are you?
Pigeon looks at you. What?
I have a rat, not a pigeon.
Oh god! It's a talking pigeon! Eldritch Blast.
Anyways,
I have an AC of 50, so roll.
Wow.
Plot
Eldritch.
armor.
51.
Yeah,
Shit,
bro.
my AC.
I'm gonna go ahead and remove a 4th level spell for that fabricate,
okay.
and also
Um,
my channel divinities.
Oops. Hold on. I'm gonna see if we can
Reorg.
find like a boat for us to get to the island. I guess.
Did you already
little
have a boat?
island,
You
like
guys,
hideout, or well, we don't know. I think we know where it is, but yeah, we do. So why do we even need the boat? So
what are you trying to do? Like go to Vithria's place?
yeah, yeah, Vifrius.
You know where it's at. You can just travel there if
Yeah,
that's
that's
what you
why I
guys
was
like.
asking if we need to send him a message first.
Probably.
Yeah, I'll send a message on the way.
Alright.
Okay, so you guys are going there instead.
I don't think I can send while paddling at the same time.
I'll paddle. You send.
Okay. Hi, Zach.
God,
We're on the
why
way.
is paddle
This
so small?
is- because X hit me over the head with it for calling him Dwayne too many times, and it snapped in half. I don't think you even remembered that. I think you were just making a joke, and then it happened to work. Anyways, yeah, I'll send a message. Nick or Zach. It'll be Nick. Zach. Dang it. This is Ace friend Garbu. We're on our way to stop by. Would we be able to stay there, or do we need to find a place to stay in Stormfair?
Wait, does he have
I
to
don't know
roll
how
if he
this
actually
works.
sent it to Zach or Nick?
You do know how this works.
I just have to be familiar with him. I don't have to know
I'm
his
gonna
name.
say this. It for a second, like Nick hears like, "Hey Nick," and then when you say like, "Never mind, Zach," he's like, "Who the fuck said my name?" And then it
There's
goes.
just some random guy walking around named Nick who's just like, God?
But Zach replies, "Sure, you can stop by. I'm sure the missus would not mind if you guys needed to stay." That's it.
He
just-
said they wouldn't mind.
You just have to pay the toll.
I should ask him if the island has
Oh.
rats on it.
So, while you guys are making your way there, as it's getting later, I'll say you guys make it there easy enough for you guys to come in. Of course, same stuff. They're going to make you leave a lot of your equipment and items besides Aeth at the door. Prime, you just make a persuasion check to see if you could attempt to take your bow. It'd be really hard. That's all I gotta say.
X just walks in like, I don't have a weapon, just armor.
Prime.
Just got these pythons. They cut his arms off, put him on the side.
Well, because his disappears. That's why I'm saying.
Yeah.
You want your drink?
No? Okay. Then Prime doesn't go in. You muted, by the way. Yeah.
I don't think you really.
Yeah. So can we do this again? I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he was trying to do the persuasion.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Just
it is-
Can I just roll now?
yeah. Just roll. I'll give you.
Just roll.
Guidance.
I'm gonna. I give you advantage because you made it funny. You made me laugh. Prime started doing charades. So like they're like I
We're all
don't.
just looking at Prime like,
Oh my god, fucking idea already. Jesus, do you even need advantage?
They will pretty much say as long as you
Okay.
don't like pull out your bow, you leave it on your back at all times, you'll be fine.
Okay. Thank you very much.
But they do make everybody else stay
Naked.
out. Yeah, everybody else is naked. And you guys head in, get some rest. If you guys have conversations to talk with people, you can do that tomorrow.
Huh.
Yeah. So, Elise, who are you picking as we rewind the day a little bit? Who are you picking to try to go talk to?
Let's see.
I think
we're
you
gonna go
were,
after-
last we left off, I think you were heading to talk to Paragon first.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Paragon, but that's more like the waypoint. I'm gonna go to the Nope.
Okay.
I'm gonna hunt down the cleric.
So you're going to talk to Paragon first?
Oh, I need to go to. I always keep mixing the names. Slitsy first to talk to Paragon and stuff, because Elise knows a bunch of crap right now.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you already went back, I believe.
Am I there?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
the
had
eagle is there. Yeah.
yeah, I had you there, so I think you already went back.
I haven't talked to anyone there. I think you just put me there.
So we'll say this is for your part of the day as you are coming back. We'll just say it's midday.
Mm.
So easy enough though to go hunt down Paragon herself.
Wait, I need to get. Let's get in the mental headspace. I need to get in the mental headspace of someone who just learned the world is gonna end. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, well, you know, shit happens.
Wait, I'm gonna go find some music. Give me 2 seconds to put me in the mood.
We should
All I'm
make our-
listening to is the Wiggles just singing.
It's the end of the
Endlessly.
world.
No, it's
We
a
should make our-
children's musical.
own
thing.
continent
Oh.
with blackjack and hookers. That way they
Mm.
can't destroy it.
All right. I found my music.
Are we doing it in the Astral Sea?
Okay, let's see. Okay, so Elise is gonna hunt down Paragon and just
Space hippos.
kick down the door essentially.
Well, easy enough still. You are able to
Kick
Go
down that
and-
door.
talk to Prime as you meet up with her, and she kind of sees you. We'll say you're not always carrying the box around. Like you kind of
No,
put her in a room, you took her out of the box, put her on the bed. Like, all right, that's enough boxing for you. And
and then like,
You
well,
lost
I
it
have to
value,
put you in the
you
box
know?
again. So
Get out of the box.
it's just really macabre, awkward process all the time.
Maybe ask for a box that you can fly with.
I mean,
I can fly with the box.
it would
She's
just
small.
it's more of probably just changing instead of being on like a sled like thing. It's more of just like changing the harnesses
Handles.
to like have a handle to
She
pick
just
up.
flips it upside down and grabs it by the 2 sled rails and uses those as handles. Meanwhile, on the inside, it's just being tossed all around.
Yeah.
So anyway, I kicked the door to Paragon, who's probably busy doing something else.
She's pooping.
I'm like, oh.
Does she do that in
Sorry.
human form or dragon
I
form?
just
I just
You
stare
ain't
at
human
I
form.
want to know.
that awkward moment, and it just says like.
Or does she do it in some sort of in-between phase?
the
Oh,
Okay,
God.
so she's in her human form because it's easier.
Yeah.
Probably less messy.
At least
too.
kicks all the pigeons away.
Does she eat as a dragon though?
Where does she eat as a
Shit.
human?
Yeah.
Die pigeons. I blast all the pigeons. I tidal wave the pigeons. Drown.
What's the DC?
Oh, God, the shit.
75.
74. Dang it.
No,
Guidance?
73 and a half. Damn.
But anyways,
As she's on the shit, I'm like, so, you ready for some bad news, and some really bad news?
can I have neither?
Okay, we start with the worst thing.
Oh, okay. I thought it would work.
No, most definitely not. I mean, I guess suppose there's a slight inkling of good news, but so long story short, really long story short, the gods fucked up. We're paying the price, and we're all doomed to die. And the best we can do is delay our deaths. That's the sweet version of it.
Well, this shit's depressing.
Yeah, well, it's gonna get a bit worse, and then we're gonna get to the solution.
Glad I'm in the bathroom.
Yeah, I mean the best way, right? So this whole whatever the thing is called right now, I think we've had 50 names for it. I'm gonna keep calling it the Fallen King because that's easy to me.
Yeah. That's the
Or
one
Viego
again
because
that
he's a bitch.
it needs to be the Fallen King, but I keep forgetting because I gave him
Yeah,
so many-
I just keep calling him the Fallen King. So I'll explain to you. Like I did the presso thing. I took like 5 espressos on the way in here, and like I'm depressed right now because I shouldn't have done that. But you know they always say espresso depresso, so I did it. Some speeded a bit too. This creature, this Fallen King, is apparently manifestation of the world going. The gods fucked up 1,000 years ago. They messed with time. They shouldn't have. We're gonna go back to that. AKA, everyone has to die. Because apparently the gods fought each other, made a mess, killed everyone. And then they were like, oh, but we fucked up, sorry, let's press the reset button. And then the world after 1,000 years like, how about no?
How make a persuasion roll. As it just doesn't seem possible.
Cool. Guidance. Cool.
Well, I did roll a 20 on my, what's my thing today? 22 there. And I'm just gonna for 26. Like, Elise looks haunted. Like, you can see in her eyes, like, the grim realization of what the fuck's going on.
How did you even come across this information?
She looks. Can you see if anyone is spying us right now?
I mean, I would certainly hope not. As she's starting to like put some of her clothing back
Yeah,
together.
well, you never know.
I forgot.
She
Weird.
she just like still awkward because it's like you kind of like having your back towards her as you're saying all of this. But she kind of like opens her more of a like a draconic eye and just kind of like scopes around and just it doesn't appear to be so, thank God.
So, I went underground and I found how to put this. The mother of all dragons. And when I say all dragons, I mean all dragons. But I promised her not to tell her where she is, but I mean, that's what it comes down to.
Doesn't quite. I've never heard of such a thing.
No, I think she's sort of stricken from the records for I want to not be found and not be looked after.
And she told you all of this, that the world is just dying regardless?
Well, she did tell me that that right now, this creature still has to travel like a mortal, so we can bind him or banish him. I don't know, but that we can't kill it because the world will just spawn a new one. The gods are fucked up.
Well, this is some news indeed. But are you sure about this? Can this entity be trusted? And don't get me wrong, I'm not. It's just strange hearing about this entity that claims to be some sort of omnipotent of a
No, they're not anymore.
dragon. No, but still, the fact that even I, for what I am, I don't even know of such a thing.
Well, maybe we should ask your dragon gods to tell the truth, which they probably won't.
I will at least attempt to, but if we were to take this as an honest truth,
I mean, it didn't seem to me like she was trying to deceive me in any way or form. She was just notifying me of, hey guys, you're fucked. And she didn't really care about it either.
and she said that there could be a way to, like, lock him up somewhere.
It's more like I sort of feel like she said this is your way of doing. You find out how, but you can. This is the only way to stop. Like, we cannot kill it. We can only delay it. And in my head, and now the positive comes in. What about we delay it forever? We banish it. Like, we put it somewhere where it can't escape. It apparently travels like a mortal. So whatever we saw when its spirit form flying around, that seems to be a temporary thing. To travel, he needs to. Because I saw like a vision of him on a boat. So he still needs to travel like. And she points to herself like us. So if we manage to lock him up.
I guess that could make some sense, is why he was riding on Hansu and then even switched to the other flying beast before the fight. Because if he could just do, especially like what you said, that little specter ball thing, and he didn't really do it most of the time there. I'll have to look in on this. And
I mean, the best thing we can do is I will have to find my father as well. And maybe some other smart wizards and mages and druids, and we need to find a way to imprison him or banish him or something like that.
Well, it kind of sucks that most of them are probably dead by now.
Yeah, that's why it's a good thing that I went in and saved my fucking dad. I just need to pull him out of his fucking depressed shit state.
Okay, well,
also, if you want to talk to your gods and convince the dragon gods, this might help. I know that they will get reborn every time they die. That's something you might want to tell them, because apparently Bahamut, we know for a fact. Rewind time, when we're going past all these obelisks, and I think we told them about that at some point. We saw in the latest one where the latest one, that Bahamut was dead. But Bahamut clearly isn't dead, because Garbu can talk to him. Or it, whatever it is. And then I talked to her, and she said that they get reborn when they die. It's one of her gifts to them. So if you want to, like, the way you tend to persuade people is by telling them something. You're like, hey, the fuck, how are you supposed to know that? That's my secret, not yours.
maybe.
Anyway, It's a lot.
Well,
But I feel like I've been like flying half depressed, but at the same time, like, well, fuck you for telling us we can't do it. We'll do it anyway.
where is
I
your
mean, we
father currently?
at home.
That's still at the near
It
the
moved. It
Thundering
moved a
Mountains,
bit.
right?
Yeah, it moved a bit, but it's in that area. You can also talk to my mother, I suppose, or my sister.
I'll try to get a message out to them and see if there's something that we could possibly do. And I'll look in
Yeah, I
on
was also
this.
thinking about going. I was thinking about going there myself as well. But first, I need to deal with. Oh, she also told me what to do with the girl. So
Well, that sounds like good news. How much time do
yeah,
we
so I
have
have
left?
at least 5 days, I think.
What are you going to do?
Hunt down the gnome.
Just a gnome?
A specific gnome. So there's this gnome we met in Ares Gate, who is, how to put it, two people at once. And apparently that she is over her. Those two spirits in one body are growing stronger, and it's overflowing.
Are you?
And
Oh,
she
I
will
think I
die.
know which one you're talking about. I've heard a story on that one.
Yeah, I think she's, one is called Empress and the other one is called Camille, Samille. I don't know, one of the two. I only met the other one for like a brief moment before we left.
Where are they located at?
They were on their way to, what's the thing called, Gale, but I don't think they've gotten far by now.
Going through the peaks?
They're dead.
Oh. Hopefully they found a good tour guide. That's all I gotta say.
Well, if not, I'll just have to pull him from the shitter. No pun
Well.
intended.
As you guys are still standing in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Well, let me see what I can do. And I don't want to waste more of your time. Seems like you still need to finish.
I mean, waste of my time. I mean, if there's any questions you have to ask, I mean, just ask them now. But also can you tell Garbo and the other shitlords that they can go look at the thing themselves, because I'm gonna be busy for a bit.
Sure, I'll relay that message for you.
Yeah, I know this is a lot, but at least we know now that we shouldn't waste our time trying to fight it. We should focus our time on getting rid of it.
All right. Well, we got more information is better than nothing.
Yeah, it's I don't know, it's strange to be told so matter-of-factly, and sort of also the reason why I don't really doubt her information is because another creature we met was also just trying to run, and that creature was also 5 times your power, and he was just trying to run. So it does make sense.
And what creature was this?
Elder brain dragon. Elder brain dragon. So
Elder brain fused with a dragon?
So I'll give you the short and sweet version of it. A, don't go finding it because it's not pleasant. B, so way back when, and I sort of feel like I don't know if it's this timeline or the other timeline. I don't really fucking know anymore. There was this really big ancient dragon, and then this elder brain came here. The dragon was like, haha, loser, ate it. Turned out the dragon was the loser. Elder brain fused with the dragon, took over, and now you have an elder brain dragon. That your dragon mommy considers an abomination.
I consider really that an abomination as well.
Yeah, it is. And yeah, she wasn't too happy with it.
Does
Yeah, I
it
think you should.
oppose a
what?
threat?
No, it just wants to get the fuck out. It's been
Okay.
there for a long time.
I'll accept that as the good news of this entire conversation.
Yeah, I mean, we talked to it and it gave us some stuff, and it was actually pretty chill. But that's because it just wanted to get the fuck out.
And a lot of tentacles too.
Well,
I take out my book of things and I just show her a picture of it, the drawn picture. So this is sort of how it looks.
Is this one of the like abridged
No, this is
like
one of the proper ones, not the ones that she sneaks into the
not
packs
the
of,
ones
of
that
Overly
emphasize
sexualized one.
yeah.
not the
Nah.
ones that are for the voice and Prime.
not the one
ones
with the giant inflated chest,
yeah.
muscles, and stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah, it's like there's multiple versions. She has like the fucking big tit one, and then she also has the muscly one.
She
Like different
she
versions of
looks
it.
at it and just like I
You
expected-
accidentally handed her one of the abridged ones first,
fuck.
and then went like, "Oh,
She just like when you show it and she just kind of like closes it really fast. And I think I got the picture. So
Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. Sorry, that was for the voice.
I will go and see what I can do. You go and see if you can finish up this task, and then we'll go from there.
wrong with my printer?
Hmm.
Does it hurt?"
Safe travels.
Can
and
you, when you send a message to someone, can they say something back? Okay, is it just one way?
It
Fuck.
depends on who I'm talking to.
Oh, because like the little changeling person, right? They're with the gnome, so maybe if they can respond back, that'll make it easier for me to know where the fuck they are.
Mm. I'll see what I can do, and if I get anything, I can inform you. But
Well, okay, yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily have your hopes up. I can at least inform them that you are looking for them, and maybe if they can move closer back to Ares Gate for an easier conversation.
Nick.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot
Yeah.
Nick existed. Sorry.
I don't.
So Nick did receive. Hey Nick, and then just
Yeah.
nothing.
So, but
Yep.
I'm sorry, Cole.
no time to waste, I guess.
No.
I was ready.
She
No.
she
My-
finish washing up, kind of pat you on the back, just kind of like a nod of approval, and she goes out.
At least just stands there and goes. Fuck.
He-
Well, time to get Lucy's ass to fucking Ares Gate.
So we'll say you spend the night at Zalissi as well.
I just hear the fucking Alexa joke in the background. I'm like, no, poor Alexa.
You hear
Uh,
it getting smashed.
So as the next day on the 50th,
Where did these keep coming from?
for is this okay? So for my people in the south, it is a very calm day, sunny with a little bit of cloudy. For my northern folk, surprisingly, it's,
Well,
Crap.
I'm not gonna be in the north that long. I'm gonna be in the middle soon.
it is surprisingly the same all around. So today must be a good day.
It's a good day to die.
Good sign. Maybe we should spend all day underground.
Yeah.
Killing stuff.
So,
Yeah.
Garbu, when
Absolutely.
you wake up, kind of during the morning, you do get a message from Paragon.
Inside of the no sending zone.
You get a message from Paragon. Paragon is far beyond those mediocre.
things.
To be fair, I probably would have gone outside at some point, anyways, based on what my plans were.
No, she is too strong. She's cool. She goes through the shit. Fuck you. Yeah, child agrees.
Garbu, if
Killing him because he's fighting me.
Garbu, hopefully you are receiving this, but your comrade Elise was recently by here, so she's doing well on her little side mission to help Lucy. She mentioned something about you guys going ahead, and I would assume doing the obelisk that might be close to you guys. Does that sound familiar?
Oh,
Can I respond to this?
Yes.
I think. Yeah, it does sound familiar. I was thinking that we could. I was thinking that we could. Sorry, a rat attacked me.
It's the mouse
had
finally
to kill it.
attacking.
But yeah. Where was I? I don't remember what's happening after I got
You're
it.
being messaged about that you can go ahead to the obelisk.
Yeah, we could do that. I figured that we would probably be needing to wait and was going to see if we could take care of some job that we had been offered before in Storm Fair. But if she doesn't want us to wait, we can also go ahead and do that, and then continue heading on to the next one, maybe.
Well, take it as you see fit. I am just a messenger at this point. Just trying to help out where I can. There's been some interesting information that's been passed by your comrade, and maybe she will enlighten you guys when y'all regroup with each other.
Y'all, is Paragon the hillbilly dragon this whole time? No.
No. They shall never know.
It was Paragon's the
Oh
hillbilly
my
dragon all along.
She did live on the countryside. Um,
And nobody would ever believe Garvu.
but that could be saved when y'all regroup.
Alright. Thank you.
Speaking of, how is your trials going?
I need to go somewhere near the Haunted Peaks currently.
For what reason?
To fly?
Who did you speak to?
Bad memory. Let me check my notes, because my memory's not as good as things that were written down.
You know the fact I
I
have
think it was
a
the
note.
Black Dragon, wasn't it?
I think it was the one underneath Ares Gate, but I don't remember his name.
It is.
I thought that was the
Rancor.
Thuzel?
Rancor.
Male black dragon?
Yeah, something like that.
Cole was correct. Thuzel told me to go there. He pretended to eat me and then let me out the back door.
what?
Yep.
Not the literal backdoor.
I'm going
Wow.
to kind of ignore some of that part.
Garbu doesn't know the context of that.
While he's not... What is it that he told you specifically?
He told me when I was ready. Where did it go? Go to the tallest peak in the Haunted Peaks, and there's a smooth spot with a branch there. And when I'm ready to fly, I can go and jump off of there.
I don't... Not to put you down, but I don't think you're ready for that.
Why not?
Well,
Sir, we're not spilling
if he
stuff
didn't
here.
necessarily explain enough, which I don't necessarily blame him, there's a very high chance of you dying. If you get it wrong. And look, this path you're on, I wanted you to go and speak to them all to get a better understanding that it's not pretty being one of us. Either with a bad reputation or having a lot depending on us having to do a lot. I don't know if I want that type of life for you. And that's why I wanted you to speak to them all to get an understanding.
Trying to pay attention and have this serious conversation, but my son's also trying to play with me. I'm sorry.
Then
No,
the
no.
door kicks open and Lee pokes out and wait, Paragon, there was one more thing.
Nope, Paragon's gone. Fuck you.
Yeah, I know, but no, but I'm. It's like I forgot to tell one thing to Paragon. My brain is like literally, because I don't have notes that I read back. I have to remember things since 2 weeks ago.
You can wait. You better remember that.
Nope.
Anyway.
I remember.
Not
Keep
spill
doing
that,
that.
please. Okay, you can hug it, just don't spill it. It's his bottle of apple juice. Might not be ready. Wanted you to go to see the. Okay, sorry. I was just recapping what was said to myself to.
I couldn't hear you honestly,
pep
so it didn't.
myself up. I did see a lot of the responsibility and pain that the dragons have to go through, and why are you doing this? Okay. Anyways, and I saw how hard it can be to be separated from the ones you care about, and why are you doing that? As he just looks up and smiles, like I'm being bad. Sorry. And right now, I feel like I have. What is this? Anyways, I can't do this right now. I'm too tired, and I've got a distracting toddler on my lap. Okay. Yeah. I feel like I have a responsibility to try to pursue this path and try to be able to go down this route in order to help save the world? Question mark.
By being yourself and doing good deeds, by trying to save those that you can save, that is good enough. No, I don't want to go to sleep.
So you just do what I do with my son. I just put him in his fucking room and ignore him until he goes to sleep.
I'm doing that now, and I can hear them two fighting over a ball. So I'm just like,
Yeah, well, I don't have a second child, so you know that's easy.
That's true. You'll figure it out. But if you do start to talk more with the chromatic side of the dragons, they're going to be literal. Bless you. And
Thank you.
you can get really hurt. And I'm only suggesting this as someone trying to look out for you. But I got things I need to go take care of. I'll check back on you in a little bit.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind as I get the chance to meet them, if I get the chance to meet them. He's going back and forth between his eyes.
Then
pretty fast.
I kick the door down, and then it breaks her concentration.
My kid came in, said, I want to show you something. Sat down, touched her foot to her nose, and then walked out.
Oh, that's not special. I can do that.
That's not too bad.
And I'm fat. Yeah, like that's
Oh,
not special.
okay.
Tell her that's not special.
Get
Fat
these
guys
feet,
don't
get
do
these feet
that.
on my stream.
Yeah.
We're very flexible fat guys, though.
Oh.
Okay,
Not
My
anyways.
tongue slipped in
that.
my face.
Anyways, so you
Here,
get
you
that
want to do it to your nose?
you get that message. And you
You
had that
stinky.
conversation. What are the rest of you doing?
Oh.
I'm getting the itch.
I'm gonna go find Vest.
He's not just sitting here
What?
touching it to his nose repeatedly.
Yeah, but
Like,
have
it's the
fun.
cool thing to
You've
do.
you
Is
have
there-
distracted him now.
Anything we can do? I'm kind of bored. I'm not gonna lie. This has been a lot of running around with a lot of.
We had a job to do in town before to help Ace free his family. We could maybe try that. Elise also said to
Oh.
go ahead and do the obelisk. I am having bad
Oh,
memory
we could do that
issues
for
today.
sure. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, we can do that. Sounds like a plan. I'm gonna go talk to
I didn't even
Vest
think about that.
real
Vithria.
quick. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names. Vithria.
It's okay. Don't forget it's in the resources info thing. Because that's what I do to go back to look at who you guys might be speaking
I didn't
about.
even look at that. I forgot about that.
It's there. Anyways.
It is there. Okay. Sorry. Ouch. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to Vithria real quick.
Okay. Easy enough. She is kind of like in like her lounge area as she's eating breakfast, and you're able to speak with her.
Vithria, there's something I need to ask of you.
Why, good morning to you, Aeth. And what is it that
Good morning.
you need to ask of me?
I'm wondering if you could send word to people of Stormfair and see if we could either get them relocated to Raqqa or so that they can be in a more fortified location for when the attack happens.
For what attack?
I'm gonna go through and explain it to her.
The pigeon on the H was like, dude, you didn't tell her shit. How's she supposed to know?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Gonna be a 5.
That word right. Oh,
5
I
on the
almost clicked
dice.
the wrong one.
Not 8 on the
18.
dice. I mean,
Well, 10 on the dice, but 18 rolled.
I'll think about it. not in the sense of not wanting to help people, but the fact of most most individuals in Stormfair are under the ownership, if you will, occupancy, under work for other people. And so it's more of having to convince the other merchants about a threat that I'm just now hearing about, and to leave their stock, their inventory, their livelihood to prepare for something that it seems as though not a lot of people know about. And don't get me wrong, I'm not necessarily saying you are spitting lies, but let's just say that would be a really hard task if all of this was true.
Honest with you, and I'm telling you the truth. Because if they don't want to believe what you or what I have told you, they can stay here and probably die from whatever this thing is. This falling king.
Well,
For now, we're gonna take care of that thing under the city or the town, village, or whatever. This
Are you
from
though?
what I heard. And then we're gonna hit somewhere further south, and then we're gonna head to
Are you though?
back to Ares Gate.
well, if you want people to flee, it wouldn't make too much of a point to try to fix a problem with the city or the town. But again, I'm not necessarily saying you're lying. It's just it's
I seemed insistent on it.
it's a story that has very little basis or a foundation to be leveled. If you can show some sort of proof. Now, keep in
The
mind,
attack that happened a few weeks ago.
keep in mind what hold on, what attack?
When Eighth Sister rained down fire on the southern portion of Stormfair where we were staying in an inn. Acid or fire
Oh yeah,
or
that.
whatever it was. Yeah.
Anyways,
Mhm.
if something like that were to happen, this place is pretty well secure, especially being on an island, is why I made it here and not on the mainland. But if you can deliver some sort of proof, some evidence that might even help to persuade some people, then I would be more than willing to help in this cause. But I do not think I would be doing such negotiations knowing what the outcome would already be. And again,
Fine.
if you're speaking the truth, gotta remember you're trying to convince people that who are banking on this as their livelihood to leave it. They might as well be dead anyway if they left it. That's what would be in their mind. Unless there is some actual evidence to show that this is a threat, this is something that is coming, then maybe they would.
Yeah, they should be more understanding with this, given what's happened to Baymont, Crisport, Drawridge, and Zepham.
Well, I
I would
heard
have
that
hoped, but
those attacks, while indeed happened to those major cities, that A, would not make them want to go to another city. If some of those could have fallen, which Baymont being the most structured and defended place, they probably
those
would. If they probably wouldn't want to
if
go
those can
to a city.
fall, if those can fall, what makes them think that the village is going to be much safer?
What makes them think the city's going to be much safer? See,
I'd rather be in a city because it's
you defeated your own question. If a city like Baymont could fall, then what's the point? Why would they even need to waste their time, effort, energy, resources to go to a city that's not as strong as Baymont to have that fall? They might as well stay where they're familiar, where everything is still located, and die with their things. You see my point? You want them
fine.
to seek shelter where shelter itself is also very frail.
There's nowhere safe. Better to go somewhere where you might have a better chance of surviving than staying in here where you don't have a chance.
Look, we look at odds and facts. The fact is, Baymont being the strongest, Crisport being the well-educated and known to have strong magic at their hands. Drawridge, I mean, that's just what's going to happen on a guildless town or city. And then even Zetham with one of the greatest protectors. If those three could fall, these others don't stand a chance.
Those things took over Drawridge's dragon. What? What are we?
Look, Aeth,
What,
I
what
get
are
it.
they? Do they want
You're
drag the
frustrated.
body of the dragon with us?
Maybe you need to think about this some more. But I'm sorry, my decision stands final where I'm currently at.
Fine. I'm gonna slowly turn and head out the door.
You turn and start to just kind of walk away, and she just takes a breath, kind of just goes back to eating and reading like reports that she was already going through.
Fine, risking your life. Fuck. He's just like just walking back, just mumbling angrily. He's just like, yeah, it's fine risking your life. Risking. Okay, get back to the others. All right, we ready?
What are we doing? Where are we going?
You said you wanted to take care of something under the city.
Are we doing that, or are we doing what Elise said and going to the thing? I'm fine with either. I think we have
We can
time.
do both.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys
I'm
head
just here to help.
to the city or the town first to try to check out what's underneath.
What do we want to tell Vethria that we were
Yeah.
doing that?
Probably should.
I don't want to talk to Vefria.
I mean, she
Okay.
did kind of tell you it was pointless, but
Well, she said it was pointless if he was going to tell them to leave the city anyways.
I mean, is she wrong?
No.
Are they gonna leave the city?
No.
I mean, is
No.
it pointless? Yes, regardless if you leave the city or not.
So, while you
That
guys,
was awesome.
go and grab your materials and start making your way back to Stormfair, Elise, you quickly locate Paragon before leaving.
I kicked the door and I was just like, okay, you're not shutting me. Okay, good. So there's one more thing I forgot to say. Very important. This fallen king, he has taken in the spirit of Nodrin and Hanzo. Not Hanzo, that's a different character. Hanzo.
but close though.
Close. So it is
That's
important.
Scorpion.
And if he collects all of you, and she looks at all of you, you'll be unstoppable. So it is important for you to all to know this and to not do anything rash. Like noble sacrifice. You guys sacrificing yourself is the worst thing you can do.
As she's like changing clothes because she just woke up.
I don't know. I don't like Elise and her privacy. Her privacy doesn't exist in Elise's head. It's like she's just like
To be fair, in dragon form, she's always naked. So
Yes, but it's easy to walk around a bunch of other humanoids as a human instead of a giant, dragon.
yeah, whatever. Elise
I'm
doesn't
just
care. To
saying.
Elise it doesn't exist. She just barges in. She sees Paragon as Paragon. Doesn't matter if she has clothes or not.
Okay.
So
I'll
so
keep
just
that in
because
mind.
I've seen some noble sacrifice, and whilst it is as stated in the phrase noble, very bad idea, extremely bad idea right now.
Okay.
And I know your dragons have burdens and blah 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 blah, etc. etc. He seems to get stronger the more he collects. So if we deny him that, it will be easier for us to stop him.
I will make a mental note of that and speak to some of the others who might be close involved.
No. Well,
Can I get dressed now?
yeah, I should get going.
Okay. Thank you.
What?
The hinges on
So
the
like
door
she just
just
looks at
broke.
what? It's like, yeah,
Two-
it's like, I don't care. You just, it's like,
Well,
Anyway,
I am not
I'm
used to
outta
people
here.
barging in on me on everything that I do.
I mean, the thing is right here,
Next-
like this kind of
next time
information,
she's-
these kind of things,
she's
they
just
sort of
eating
go over
breakfast.
like, oh, hey, I'm gonna wait for like an hour for you to get ready and shit like that, and have other people harass you. I'm like, no, I'm gonna get in when I need to get in. Tell what you need to know because it's more important than the random shit they want of you. They just want to be like, hey, I had a problem taking a shit last night. Can we talk about it? I'm like, no, this is world-ending stuff. Anyway, have
well,
fun.
it's world ending for my butthole too.
Talk to your dragon daddy and mommy because Tiamat is her mommy, right? And be like, hey, what's up, bitches? I'm out. I got things to do. We'll talk again. Peace.
what's happening?
He just went full ghetto on that dragon.
Yeah.
MC Elise.
She's just like, I just want to
Please.
get clothes on. My day hasn't even started yet, and you're like
I
rushing
throw
that.
like a set of my I throw like a green set of my clothes that here you go, and then I leave.
Well, all right.
Drops the mic.
So
I take Lucy. Also, by the way, I'm using the port to get to Ares Gate. Thank you very much.
easy enough.
They
I
should
know.
Start charging us for that.
Yeah.
No,
It's just
Ah,
the,
no.
the amount of uses. You go to Ares Gate and you're kind of slightly hassled if there was any information that could be passed along about the current situations in some of the cities, or
Who's hassling me?
it's more when you kind of come through, it's some of the guild members, and it seems as though not
How are
not
they? There were the people there.
not like physically, like, trying to, like, oh, if you don't tell us information, we're gonna beat you up. Like, it's more of like they're trying to understand things, and especially with you coming from Zealousy, where a lot of the information is coming from, it's kind of like, is there any information that we can know right now?
I mean, I have the information that Zealousy is spreading, so.
Yeah.
I guess since this is the city that has the dragon locked up, so when they harass Elise is gonna tell them. Our best bet is to find a way to banish the fallen king. So whatever efforts you have, or lock him up, that's the best bet we have.
Okay.
He travels like a mortal for now. So our best bet is to stop him like that before we all die. We cannot kill him. I will not go into details as to why, but that's like, and then when they look at Elise weird, she's like,
They're definitely
It's just cute.
questioning a lot of this, but it is unfortunately stuff that is kind of ongoing, and so it's like
Mm.
we'll jot it down, we'll look into it. Doesn't matter if we
Yeah.
really feel like you're bullshitting, but we'll look into it.
I mean, like Elise, when they to do like the eyebrow raise, she's like, yeah, I don't care if you think I'm lying to you. I am not. And if you choose not to believe me, see you in the afterlife at some point.
But after a little bit back and forth, you are at least finally able to get out of the rock and are able to traverse as you see fit.
I will just go like, I mean, whilst I'm in the rock, I will ask her like, where's the people who take like, who guide you through the mountains? I just need to go talk to some to see what path people would take.
They would just refer you to, well, make a persuasion check.
Sure.
God,
Eight.
I hope you
They
do.
will
Let's see if I'm positive or negative today. Negative.
they will refer you to some local places. Just like you could talk to this person and see if they might have a route or something that you could partake in.
Yeah, I don't need them. I just need to talk to them anyway. I'll go find said person and be like, hey, what routes do you people take?
So you go through a couple of people, like 3 or 4, who are at least willing to kind of talk to some people. These people, first off, if asked if there was others, they only mentioned the 4 of them. And it's like, I would say probably with an insight had happened here or there.
Yeah, and this city I need to.
These people, these 4 are the only ones who are trying to do it legally and not like do anything secretly. They're just like, yeah, if you want to get through this, so on and so forth. Like, they'll be honest, but at the same time, like,
we met someone who smuggles people less legally through here.
Yeah, we know,
Yeah.
we know. If I want to find the illegal person, I need to go beat that guy up. But you know.
So there's a couple of ways, and they kind of showcase like a little path. There was like once what looked like maybe a dried creek that you could attempt to follow, staying close to the rocky mountainous side. But they all express that going alone, and again, I would assume it's kind of like looking at you in a box, not like you and a person in a box.
Yeah, she doesn't know. They don't know what I can do. They're just like, oh, you should do that.
They explain that noises attracts the creatures that lurk within the peaks. And with explained enough, you come to find out it's the same creatures that attacked the festival at the beginning, but they hanged out on the outside of things. You get told that pretty much like the peaks is their territory, and like they tend to go after almost anything that seems to like move and make noise. So stealth is pretty much the best option. And typically, as they point to the box, like you would need more lighter if you want to make it safely.
At least winks at them. Don't worry, I got it. So, but like, I guess they sort of, I assume when they say like if you want to go to guild, they sort of do the point out like routes that go like this. I assume.
Yeah, for the most part, it's they try to go as quick and as straight as possible.
Okay, but that means that easy for me to find them.
Yeah, just due to like the longer you stay in there, the worse the peaks get.
Okay, yeah. Thumbs up. And I will start. I will before I leave. I will
Stop.
scry on. Who would I want to choose? Wait, I'm gonna just roll for it. Okay, it's Nick. I'm gonna scry on Nick. See what the fuck that idiot said.
Prime, are you doing charades again?
I'm just watching him talk to the baby. I'm not gonna lie.
It honestly looked like when he was having his hand like off the meat, you were trying to like touch it.
I was at first and I couldn't do it. I'm way too sick for that.
Hmm.
Um,
I'm just gonna go talk to Nick. Say, I'll scry on Nick. See what the fuck he's up with, or she, it,
you
he, she, it.
you see that they are within what appears to be some sort of cave system. There is bright light right there,
Oh.
but it looks as though they are more hunkered down
Oh, okay. Yeah,
than
yeah, yeah.
anything. So
So they're hiding from shit. Good. Well, knowing that they're like hunkered down somewhere, at least just like, fuck it, let's go, baby. I'm just gonna start making my way to what I assume is the path that they would take.
okay, I'm gonna.
We're flying, baby.
I'll just put you right there.
Like
for
I'm.
now.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Do whatever you want to do.
as
what order you want to do
you
it.
go and take off flying, the rest of the party, you guys are going into Stormfair. Let me move this over. And trying to go underground again to look into the sewers.
I don't care.
Can we take a break?
How long?
Just for a few
20 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour.
Change
Okay.
a diaper, change a bottle out for milk, and get myself
10
a
minutes.
water.
Get some
I'm
Oreos.
gonna
10
run to the
minutes.
gas station.
All right.
I need cough drops.
I'm gonna
10 minutes.
I'm gonna go to the next state over, and I'll recall when I'm on the beach. All right, we'll be right back.
I'm gonna be fighting a
Welcome back.
toddler and his monkey.
Yeah, you fight them.
Please
So-
don't say that.
You guys, as you go to Stormfair, and you once again navigate to the sewers part, open the hatch, and it's not going necessarily down. It's more like kind of walking in first, but it's still like a rounded part of a sewer. So, but you guys walk in. It's really dark down here. Did you guys? I know you guys have dark
I
vision.
see in the dark.
I'm a cat, bro.
Looks at 8th.
I'm real good at dark stuff.
Dude,
who
Dragonborn
doesn't
have dark
see
vision.
at all.
They do, right?
Like,
Yeah.
I'll
I
take the
think we
mask
all have
off.
dark vision
since-
except
Do we
for
have
8th.
a rogue with us?
No.
No.
God. Should I do the rogue stuff?
Yeah.
I mean,
You'll
I
be the
think
best
you're
at
almost.
it.
Aren't you like invisible in the dank?
I am invisible in the dark. Yes.
Does that work if something has like tremor sense or something along those lines?
If they have true sight, if they have
Blind
there's
sight,
like 3 blind sight. Yeah, trim sight, blind sight,
blind
and
sight,
true sight.
true suit. Mm.
Hmm So like those 3, I
Tremor.
can't do it with, but I can still try to stealth.
Okay.
Let me look.
Guide.
Oh no, my computer timed out.
Dun dun dun.
Da, da, da.
I mean, I don't have anything to help you guys, but I'm gonna be good, probably.
I said guidance.
Are we in complete darkness?
Oh yeah, there's no light.
Then I have advantage on stealth and all this.
So you going first?
I'll go first, and I'll go a little bit ahead of them.
Do we need light?
No.
You guys
Okay,
all
I
have
can't
to-
produce any. So
Okay, so go ahead and make a
Why'd
stealth
you
check for me.
ask?
because I thought I had
Oh,
the spell, I
nice.
forgot.
You
that
want me to
that's
do
not
an
fair.
advantage or just leave it?
You could always try to go get a natural 20.
Oh, I got a 20, but give me a 4. 29.
Clarence, what are you doing here?
Dang it! I did the wrong guy. No, I didn't. What the heck? I just wait a
The-
minute. That's not
the-
my fault.
The D4.
How? I just rolled prime, right?
I
Yep.
think it's when
It-
there's because when you roll just a regular thing without clicking anything on a sheet, it's
Yeah.
because you're set to Clarence.
Oh, okay. That's why I was like, bro, I swear to God, I didn't do that. Like,
No, it would show up as Clarence rolled this if you did like just a D4, but no.
I got a 29. I'm also right as before I'm gonna do that. Can I do primeval awareness just to get like my bearings in here? See where it is in proximity to us.
Yeah, and what does it detect again?
I'll just do it. There you go. And you can read it all.
Aberration.
Aberrations,
Does eighth
celestials,
pop as a
dragons,
celestial on this? Out of curiosity,
Do what?
does eighth pop as a celestial on this?
Of
When
course.
she triggers
No.
it?
It shouldn't, because I think he's just classified as a humanoid still. Unless he has some weird shit going on.
Not necessarily weird. It's like a faint celestial thing, just because of his blood.
Is primeval awareness a free ability?
No, it's a spell slot.
It's a spell slot. Okay. I did not. It doesn't
Yeah,
say that.
it at the very bottom,
think it's
it's
like-
one
I think it's
action.
like
It
your-
also expends a spell slot. That slot
I
lever.
think it's like your arrow thingy that you can do that's not a spell but uses spell slots.
Okay. Yep. I'm gonna swap. I'm gonna make sure I take that off. Why won't it let me take it?
This whole time, Bryce has just been using primeval awareness like constantly.
I've only used it like 3 times.
I know it was just.
I believe you should detect this, but it's like gotta be sure.
I can make it in the thing. Make it do one, right?
Make it what?
I can change like the spell to make it do it in the.
You could add
effects.
a spell that is just that, in theory, if that makes it better.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it also expends spell slot. Spell slot takes duration. Okay. Yep.
So I
I'll
would
just
have
use
just
first level.
assumed, yeah, first level, because there's no need to extend it.
No.
There we go. I just wanted to double check.
It won't take, so I'm just going to do that. I'm not using Carnage Mark, but that just consumed my spell
By
slot.
the way, with Prime leading the way, could I have tried to describe to her where in the city we thought the stuff was being dumped before, since we thought there could be some sort of relation?
What do you mean? Like to get closer?
Because there was chemicals being dumped into the sewers, and we thought that that might be related beforehand. Just like as she's trying to lead the way for us, sir, what are we doing? This is the
Well,
whole
I would
reason we brought
say
them on.
we're the quote unquote dumping, which you guys know that they were more than likely dumping, is not in the necessarily the same area because theirs is like a tiny little drain hole or like a
Okay.
drainage. So it's not like you guys would, not even Garbu would necessarily fit. I mean, he could.
No, I was
struggle-
saying, could I try to have told her like what portion of the city that was in? That way she could kind of lead us there underground.
I mean, sure, but it would still be
Just as
weird.
a general direction.
It would still be kind of weird just in not really knowing a underground structure of sewers that could be different than what the above ground looks like.
I was just trying to. Never mind.
So it doesn't say. So I'm gonna use my best judgment on this. So as you try to look around, you don't get a sense of any of those type of creatures. Um, there is one that seems off. It feels kind of like how Aeth is, right? He is uh a bloodline to like celestials as being in Asimar, and so like it kind of hints off as a celestial, but not like he is in fact a celestial. You get that same feeling, but something because it's miles, right? Yeah, a mile. I'd say that's close enough. You get something of that same type, but like deep, like like way further down than where you guys are going, of a slight draconic.
I can still go talk to them while stealth, right? Like I can run back and be like, "Hey, what's good?" Or do I need to re-stealth?
I mean, no, you can do that. It's more
Okay.
of like they're kind of slowly following behind you anyway, as
Yeah.
you are just up ahead. I would say, since you're not in a tough environment or very serious nature situation, that you could easily do that without compromising your stealth.
I'll run back and I'll just, "Hey, don't freak out. It's me."
Mhm.
Well, you can't see me, so neither of you guys know where I'm at. Well, 8 does.
I can sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
From
So
a
he just
sense,
it
yeah.
pressed
does.
my leg.
So 8th knew I came, but like, hey, don't freak out.
Ah.
I'm getting a very draconic sense, super deep, like way deeper than I think these caves could be. I just figured I'd let you know. I don't have a feeling for anything evil or anything like that in
Should we?
this area.
Could
Mm.
it be
Also,
like Navara maybe?
Ace and
Below.
Angel?
Yeah.
What?
Huh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh, you didn't
detect
ask.
good and
Oh, yeah.
evil like
No, I just didn't know until I cast the spell that tells me that you're part angel.
this was a
Sort of.
whole we had a whole conversation about this like when we first started traveling together because I
Was I?
cast detect good and evil
Oh, this is before me. Okay,
and
that
I
makes
picked
sense.
them up. Yeah.
Did not know that. Okay.
I haven't even prepared that spell since like back then.
So can you fly? And never mind, never mind. I'm gonna go back and do the thing. So
Okay, so you go back forward, kind of regaining your distance and gone back into kind of like more of your stealth. You get to the end to where it's just now like a going down where a little bit of stairs. You can hear water already down there rushing. So you know you're at least like you go down like let's say 3 or 4, like 6 steps pretty much, and you're like right next to this water area.
how loud is it?
It's decent.
Okay. Is it like crossable?
Like you're just looking down the hole.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like I didn't know. Is there anything on the other side? Is what I'm wondering.
Can't tell from just looking down. Like it's like you see like a very small, I kind of like a sidewalk, if you will, where that somebody could climb down and stand on, and you can barely see the water, but you can hear it like without a doubt.
Yeah.
But
Do you guys
it's just it
wanna?
looks really murky, and even the siding looks really dirty.
I mean, I would think maybe
What is?
this could be similar to Navara below Sharnwick, where like maybe there's some sort of dragon spirit down there.
You wanted. Oh, well, what do you guys think? Should we deal with this now, or should we just head back and just go for the obelisk?
It's up to you guys. I don't think that
Nothing.
presence is something we'd get too soon.
Okay.
It felt
Nothing
deep.
monstrous or
Absolutely nothing. We
okay.
can go look, and I can go look around if you guys would like. I can always get out if I need to. Famous last words.
You want me to go
You
with
want
you?
us to like tie a
I
rope
can-
around you and lower you down?
Well, I meant more like because I can teleport us out.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
that's
can only
actually
be
smart.
that
Yeah, yeah,
what?
yeah. Yeah, no,
500
no.
feet?
Well, it's more than 0.
But like with that, you probably shouldn't go down more than that, right?
And just so you guys are aware, the voice decided to stay back, and
Oh, thank God.
X is with you, but he's like kind of also like kind of cramped a little bit, and he's just like, I want to get out.
You guys want to leave.
I don't know. There's plenty of space in
Sure.
here for me.
And if Clarence was here, he would say that too. But I almost did it.
He
What do you
almost
guys
did it.
want to do?
I'm fine with going to the obelisk. It sounds like this
There's
isn't really
too many
imminent
unknown
threat.
variables to this.
Yeah. I will make a mention, if I can, to Elise about this. Because I feel like the dragon might actually be important in some way.
Yeah,
Or
the
a draconic presence.
presence. Yeah.
But other than that, I didn't feel a thing, man. At least nothing with ill intent.
All right, so back to the obelisk.
Obelisk,
Back to the obelisk.
let's do it.
The Tormenta.
I mean, just so you guys are aware, that doesn't tell you if it's ill intent or not.
Well, that's true.
It just tells you
No.
if there's that type of creature.
Evil, yeah, or
Yeah.
It's not
Demons.
even evil. It's just
aberrations. Yeah, there's
Whether
specific types.
is presence. But you said it was a dragon-like entity deep below. Did
Yes.
you do primeval awareness on the weird flying thingies?
I don't
They
think
were
I had it up because I used it.
aberrations, I think.
Well, I used it earlier that day and I didn't have spell slots. Or
Okay.
at the time, I thought it was once a day. Actually, I thought it was once a long rest. But I think it's more balanced. Anyway,
They could have been made like Channel Divinity where it's once per short rest as well.
anyways.
not making a call.
Do you
So to
take?
the obelisk?
Do you guys just walk
the
out?
obelisk.
Do you climb down for a moment?
Do we want to try and make noise and see if anything comes out?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, throw something in the water.
I heard that. What do I have on me?
I'm
that will
stealth. I don't
quickly
care.
throw?
They're gonna kill you, Garf.
They're gonna-
Uh,
Hey, out of curiosity, DM, how far are we from the surface?
I mean, you got to walk back out.
I pull out a partially digested spork.
Okay.
I dimension
And
door
I throw
Garvu,
that.
Wait.
500
There's no
feet
way.
towards the far of the path.
I throw it down.
God fucking damn it.
Okay, so
Dexterity, roll up.
yeah, I think that would probably be
Dexterity.
best. So both of you just make a dex check.
Dexterity check. Like the fork hits the ground in somewhere else.
Check.
Three.
Oh! It's so
That-
close.
That's so awful.
I'm like fumbling in my bag trying to find it, and I finally pull it out.
No, not
And
you,
like
Prime.
Ace, like notices.
Oh my bad. I was like, bro, I'm not gonna.
No, this
Does Prime
this
just
is
stop us both?
no. So
We're doing this, and Prime just steps in
So
between.
Prime-
And goes,
so Prime suggested to throw something in. She's kind of like looking down to see if something happens.
Yeah.
And as Garvu like pulls out a fork, Prime, you do see a fork as it starts to fall.
Spork.
Sport, whatever, as it starts to fall down. But you also hear like this magical, like, kind of whooshing sound as you kind of also glance up, and both Garbu and Aeth are just gone.
What if I'm not willing?
That
Well,
usually
that's
doesn't
up-
happen.
That's up to you, because if it's not willing, it's a contest.
I'm not willing.
No, that just doesn't happen.
It's
Oh,
unexpected.
It's
Okay.
I don't think you would be like refusing it. It makes no sense for you
No,
to
I
refuse
wouldn't
it.
be refusing it, but I'm also not expecting it.
Well, I mean, you
I don't
know
know.
it's coming from an ally. Like, are you going to refuse an ally at this.
The default would not be to refuse an ally,
Okay.
but I'm also not expecting an ally to teleport me.
So
Well,
make a loud noise or something.
unexpecting is different than
I screech as I get grabbed and teleported.
so
Okay,
you
hold on.
notice that they just gone.
Fine, I'll do this. I
But
hate that I
Hear
have...
a scream from 500 feet back
but
in the tunnel.
X is like standing there and he's like
Right, I'm out.
Where'd they go?
Item out.
you act like I know where they went.
I don't know why, but I feel like you're somehow responsible for this.
If I wanted to push him in, I won't lie.
Okay, yeah, and that's fair.
But
look,
I didn't
fair.
hear a big splash.
all right, that's where I was going.
So
with
you
this,
know
right?
that he's not pushed in.
So they ran.
Or the hole's extremely
Like bitches.
deep.
Okay, let's go get him and let's go look at this dildo or whatever.
Can I push you in?
No,
Yes. Yes. Cool.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
You
I'm
see
going to
another pigeon.
resist.
You see a pigeon with glasses looks at you like,
Does he want to?
I
Actually,
so badly want to push this.
can
button.
he see me?
Yes, because the fact you're talking and like you're at the at the end of it doesn't continue. You're at the end. Like there's a hole going down and like maybe enough space for one person to be on the other side. And that's
So there's
kind of like
light
where
somewhere?
you were. Do what?
There's light somewhere? Because if it's still dark, it doesn't matter.
No,
It's
it's not that.
Oh,
It is almost impossible to not know where you are because you've been conversating with him.
that's a good point. Yeah.
But
All right. How we?
so you kind of like you cross the hole as you're like, all right, let's go, and he kind of pauses for a second, and
I rolled it, baby. I ain't worried. Let's do it. Let's see what he's got.
so as you
Nat
go,
20.
your reflex is just see as his arm tries to go out.
is he stiff arming Prime?
I
If he misses, I'm gonna try something.
Are you
Stop
pushing
fighting each
him?
other.
Nope.
should it.
God.
He's a man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Nuts.
Just a little tap. If he misses,
You're gonna nut tap him?
and I have claws.
I think it's going to be. I'm going to have to first see if he's even fast enough to.
You want me to roll in athletics too?
It could be
can.
athletics versus acrobatics as well.
It's always athletics or acrobatics.
I
if
mean,
you want to.
there you
No,
go.
no, no,
Oh,
no,
let me
no.
just
You
barely
Prime.
call
You
it
don't.
out.
You
It's
rolled.
speed.
You rolled what you were supposed to do is acrobatics.
Okay.
It's more
Yeah.
of like you're so fast, and it's like I don't even know if he would be. I'm getting too logical in this, so I'll just have him roll his athletics.
Just roll a thing.
Did he get me?
Even with your 23, he rolled a 24.
Oh fuck! I'm going
So
down, boy.
he just like
And we're 500 feet
it's
back.
just it's just a stiff arm. It's just like I don't know. I'm still thinking, but it just his reach is long enough and just sturdy enough that you kind of feel this as you tumble down the hole. And again, it's not like it's 20 feet below. It's like 6 feet. But as you land, you kind of like
I thought this was like hundreds of feet deep this whole time until just now.
no,
no,
yeah,
it-
so I
I
was
missed
thinking
that
too.
in-
it gets deeper. But where you guys are at, like you had to walk in this giant pipe to
I feel
get.
like Prime's expecting to fall like 1,000 feet and just land 6 feet
No,
down.
no.
Yeah.
Prime knows. Prime was seeing the floor.
Yeah.
But as you fall back and I would like you to roll. I'm going to do this. I'm going to keep your athletics because you rolled that. You were able to like grab a hold of the bar and not fall into the water.
Okay.
But you feel as though your bottom is so like sticky and like nasty. As you hear him like, honestly,
Was it a reflex?
honestly, I don't exactly know what was going to happen.
You get one. I get to call you Dwayne one time. Fair?
One time.
Hey, I haven't done it yet.
Okay, just
In front of the guys. I stick out my hand.
he goes to like tries to kind of reach down a little bit to help pull you up. As you start to get pulled up, you feel a slight burning sensation under
gelatinous
you
cube.
as there is these gray like tentacles trying to pull you back down.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
you take. I'll
I
do
knew it
this.
was a
Yeah,
gelatinous
I'm
cube.
so glad we're 500 feet
You
away right
take
now.
8 points of acid damage. That's from you falling on them, and like he's trying to lift you up, but he doesn't necessarily see this just yet. This is your immediate reaction as you're being like starting to climb and get lifted up a little bit.
I'm just gonna tell you this: if it is what I think it is, you better fucking run.
Well,
Or you're
in
gonna
that
die.
case, I am going to cast. You
Get the
remember
fuck
that
outta here.
thing that I said I was going to cast? It makes me run real fast.
Expeditious
Strider?
retreat.
Well, no, it's Flame Stride. I'm
Oh,
just going to cast Flame Stride, and I'm going to also, at the same time, because, my butt's tickling right now with acid. So, specifically, I'm running, right? So, I'm going to hit Feline Agility as well.
okay.
And then I'm also underneath the world, so I can go like 120 feet or something.
So as you feel this, it's kind of like that little cartoonish version, like when you kind of like yelp up, like with your biscuits on fire, and just book it. Like you're there's an after image of you holding his arm, and you're just gone. Like even like you didn't even bother to try to push him. It's like you just kind of curved around him and just bolted, and he's just like the. What is going on? And then now he sees like the tentacle things like trying to come in, and he's like, yeah, fuck this. He just goes.
I love this fucking idiots.
I'm just
but-
gonna keep running past them out the door. By the way, when I get to them.
So
Okay.
Aeth and Garvey,
Why
you
would
guys.
you throw a fork into the water?
Because Prime said to throw something.
I just want to scare him with the flame.
Why?
Yeah, you're in a
why-
second.
Yeah, you're gonna throw. That makes no sense to throw something in
It's
there.
a
We don't know
sport.
what's gonna happen.
She said to throw something in. I was throwing something in.
Yeah, and
I'm a woman.
you don't know. You don't
said
know what
she.
was gonna happen.
It
I misheard.
would have made a splash.
What if that alerted whatever
That
enemy
was the
to us?
point.
Are
At
we
least
sure?
then we'd be ready instead of walking into something. If we were standing here waiting for something and it came at us, we'd at least be ready to like hit it.
Fine. Good point.
You guys
I
are
was
now
acting hastily on
immediately
that, but-
pushed to the side as just flames just
Yes!
come from the ground out from the sewer, and you get a glimpse of Prime as she bolts around a corner.
Okay, if I didn't know it was Prime, I was taking an opportunity attack.
When I hit water, at some point, I'm just running till I hit water, and I'm putting my butt in it.
You just dive in, easy enough.
What the hell? Prime, are you okay?
Like she's
My
gone.
head.
She's gone.
Oh,
She's not even close to you guys. Like
Nope.
she action dashing, like she's just she's gone. Within like a few
Did we
minutes,
Go find X.
yeah, just
Um,
within a couple of minutes of that, because he can't go that fast, and he's kind of lumbering, and he's fuck this tiny cave.
Found X, so let's get out of here.
What happened?
Uh, something tentacle thing lit her ass on fire.
Like the tentacle dragon?
You know, I didn't stop and ask. How about you go back in and go ask if it's the tentacle dragon, and then come back
Okay,
and
I
let me know.
start walking.
he grabs you and just
No! Why would you? You
Why
told
do
me-
I-
Go in and
Give me
ask.
sarcasm with him.
he picks up Garbu. He just scoops up Aeth on his shoulder. And he just starts walking away.
Stop.
I feel like I'm just being dragged by the arm.
He has you like a collar, like carrying luggage, and it's just
There probably is actually a built-in handle at this point. Why not?
But-
That's a modification I can make in a moment.
you guys are able to regroup. Prime, you are cooled off, but your outfit and clothes, especially your behind, is slightly showing.
I can mend that.
Stop looking at my ass.
I can
Thank
still
God
mend
I'm
it.
blind.
Okay, please do that. I just would.
Okay.
I'm not in a good mood.
I just need like a minute.
Okay.
He's still just holding Garbu, so it's like when you like
I'm
stop looking, he
dangling
just
Me and
turns.
Dwayne are just making eye contact.
He
like,
just turns him, and he's like he just stares at you, and he
Garber just limply gets rotated. His arms and legs are just dangling like he's a ragdoll.
I'm gonna look at X. I'm gonna go, don't say a fucking word.
he doesn't even he doesn't even crack a smile. He's just looking at you like because he's doing this too, and he's just like, "Can we go now?"
X said it was another
Yeah.
tentacle dragon.
It's not. X didn't tell you that. I think X
It's
probably told
not?
you something else, but
You
you
said it's
assumed
not.
He said that. No, it's not.
It's not.
I have a breathing and talking.
Not.
problem right now,
He
so it's
pulls
not
you
mine.
up to his
It's me.
head, and he's like,
No, I understand that,
Yeah,
but
I was like,
Garber,
bro, I can't talk.
he holds Garbu like a little bit higher, and he's like, "Keep on, and she's going to shove you in that hole."
Is that what happened in there?
Give him to me.
He's kind of heavy.
Oh.
Keep him.
Okay,
He smells.
that's why he's at Wasteland.
Yeah.
I smell like ammonia most of the time.
Not today.
I think that's most of what
Uh.
smell like.
You smell like rust and farts.
All right, we're walking and talking. Back to the boat we go.
Can
I do need to
can you-
polish my armor, probably.
It's okay. It was a joke. That was from Bryce, not from.
Yeah.
Prime wouldn't say that.
So, you guys make it back to the boat, regroup with the voice, and head to the obelisk, or do you guys go somewhere else?
obelisk?
Obelisk.
So, as you guys go out that
Do they
way,
sell beer here? No, kidding.
Elise,
Back in our boat and
you
Me.
transformed into whether an eagle, owl, whatever, I don't care. Grab a hold of the box and took off.
Yeah.
And you're
Mm.
kind of gliding, trying to look for some sort of activity that's happening. I need. Give me this instead. This feels slightly better. So with both of y'all's track record. You as you're flying around, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
I'm an eagle. I have advantage.
Good lord.
13.
Oh my god.
So
Hmm.
she should have cast guidance before she turned into an eagle.
No, but guidance only lasts a minute, so.
I know it was a joke.
as you're flying, you kind of stay a little bit high as you're taking some of the advice from the people that you talk to, that these things look for like living creatures making noise, and for you not really having experience with them, you're being slightly cautious, but you're trying to be in a good spot where you can at least see and look and hopefully spot things. Just double checking stuff. Okay. You see a couple of looks like spiders in some places, almost like not patrolling but maybe hunting, and it's not it doesn't give you the sense of like they found like the party that you're looking for. It's like they're the scavenging. They're just going around, but you see there's a lot of them. Right? Not just in one location, but like just spread out. Like there's probably like one little cliffside that has like what you like 20 different little patrols going on, and you're like,
Like this is like when you play a video game, you're looking down at like a massive, like you just like see red bars everywhere, and you're like, what the fuck?
yeah, like you slowly see the names, and you're like, if I go a little bit higher and not see the names, I'm okay.
It's like, why the hell am I showing up? That's not a good idea.
So you kind of keep going and trying to look around, and you do start to see what maybe appears to be alertness, different reactions coming from them. And the reason why you should be able to identify this is because the fact with all of the other little swarms that you see everywhere, they don't appear to be alarmed. Like they're scavenging, they're crawling a little, looking, smelling.
Doing things, the usual.
This one little patch you see where it looks like they're like actively on the search for something. The more
Are they like are they concentrating, or are they?
it's not, I wouldn't say concentrating, but it's more of like they're on alert. Like they're rapidly moving to certain spots. Like they're looking for stuff.
Okay, can I circle above them, I suppose, and sort of look where they're focusing their efforts?
Sure.
Because I know where they're looking for a cave, so I'm essentially looking for some.
Around the
Yeah.
area, you see about 3 different little cave systems. Well, what appears to be caves. That is kind of like in the little area that they're looking.
Yeah, I know that I'm probably looking for something walled off, so it's like, but I probably won't be able to see the walled off thing unless I get closer. But I'm just looking. I'm just like, I guess I'm gonna take like how do you call it, like 10-15 minutes flying, circling above them, see if they find anything if they find anything in particular. I'm just observing them for a little bit.
You see where it looks like as they go and search around, like on the outside premise, you see what looks like one kind of going into a cave and kind of coming out. Like they all appear to have gone in the caves and came back out, but doesn't appear to be like they found something.
Okay. I need to get rid of these assholes. How many spiders are there? Give or take.
It's about 4. You see what looks like 3 small ones and one big
And one bigger. One biggie. Okay.
And again, these small ones are like the size of a wagon.
Yeah,
The big
yeah.
one's a little
And
bit bigger.
Yeah. Well, good. All good there. I just need to distract them essentially. I can choose either distraction or scaring, but I think a distraction is probably the easiest thing for me to do. Let's have a look. I'm gonna land slightly off to the side. Then I just sort of look at them, and then I'm gonna conjure. Let's see what kind of things would they like. They would probably like want to like.
Are you trying to do it fast or stealthily?
No, I'm just gonna. Essentially, as I'm landing, I am casting the distraction, which is that I'm gonna conjure what kind of? This is CR bullshit. I need to see how many I can do. What would be a fun thing to do?
While you're doing that,
Let's see
just
what-
roll a d20 for me.
Yeah. 5. 1/4. Oh, I can just get full blast. I'm gonna summon 8 wolves, so we're just gonna run around away from where I want to go, and just try to get the spiders to chase them and hunt them essentially.
Okay. So you quickly land. You're not sure if they saw, like if they were paying attention to you or anything like that. As a giant eagle, a giant creature landed. Um, but the second you land and kind of morph out, you summon your wolves, almost like springing from your hands, like a tiny little thing as it gets bigger and bigger and turns into the wolves as they just kind of scatter, trying to get their attention and draw them away from that area. And they make the noise. They howl, they bark as they kind of run up, and then just some go up, some go down.
Yeah, as I said, like Elisa's been like scoping the area for a little bit, so she knows sort of where to send the dogs now after like 10 minutes or looking around.
So it seems as
Go
though
on.
most of them venture upward to chasing that pack. And I would say with your passive as well, you almost instantly notice like some of the surrounding swarms are already now alerted to this type of noise. So you
Go
don't
hunt.
have long.
No, I don't have long, but I have time. I am going to, I guess, since I have my earring, I'm just gonna point at each of the hole and and talk like at each of the case systems and use my earrings to like just message to Nick. You in here? You in here? You in here? You know, like each of one of them. See which one I need to go first.
So there's one like if you're like right here, right? I'm gonna put you like at this little top of the mic.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's one up a cave system up here, a cave system slightly diagonal down, and one farthest from you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to close two ones first and then move forward if I need to get to the third one.
You point to the top one first as you go for that, and surprisingly enough, that's where they that's where they're at.
That's where they do what?
That's where they're at.
Okay, that's where Nick is at. So I got a message back from Nick there. Okay. I then sent another one. You guys can, if you can come out now. I distracted them. We can leave.
No. That's a big no. Plus, like, so we're slightly separated.
If Nick can hear a sigh, there's the biggest sigh
You
ever.
screamed the sigh.
It's me and Dante were holding the front part of the cave. We was thinking they were about to come in. Thankfully they didn't spot us, but Camille and our guide went a little bit deeper just to see if there was some hole or exit that we could take advantage of. But they shouldn't have gotten too far. But yeah.
Go get him, you loser.
Make a persuasion check.
Do I get advantage because I'm being a bully? No, just kidding. 18.
Okay. He's just like like saying it out loud, you realize what he's doing as he yells out, "Camille!" as he kind of runs down a little bit, but fucking echoes. What is his? I gotta see something. Is your? We will do. No, we'll just do charisma. Okay. So, what are you doing now?
Okay, I'm gonna go move up towards the cases to where they're supposed to be.
Are you leaving the box?
No, I'm
or-
taking the box. I'm not stupid.
So I will say the box is kind of heavy for a humanoid to take,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's awkward.
Yeah.
Owlbear.
I mean, I could transform if I wanted to, but
It's either
Does
you can do it. It's just it's going to take you a moment because you're dragging the box. You're on
Ask
a like
Dante to come help
you're
you.
on like a side of a mountain.
So he doesn't have to
I'm
worry about
gonna
being punched by the box.
no, I'm gonna turn into a giant badger and just drag it with me, and then as I'm getting to the cave system, I'm gonna giant badger and like pile up a bunch of shit at the entrance, so that it's like that the spiders can't come in. There you go.
Okay. So you start trying to. It's kind of easy a little bit, like you're digging a little trench to kind of help pull the box along. As you quickly do it, and you can slowly hear the sounds of your wolves dying.
Yeah.
And you quickly get into the cave, and you're like trying to just tear down the sides of it, trying to kind of collapse it so that they won't be able to get in. Okay. I would say with enough time, probably could start to hear like the sound of them coming back as some noise has been happening. But I would say you were able to quickly, as a badger, get it closed off
Yeah.
by just demolishing the front
It's
end.
a big boy badger, big boy.
Don't they have a burrow speed?
That too.
Like they're real good at moving Earth.
Yeah, they're really good. That's why I picked the giant badger. Anyway, I just collapsed the cave essentially because I can magically make our way out if we need to as well. I was prepared. When you're in the haunted peaks, prepare things that fuck with stone and dirt.
Okay. So
and then I'll just wherever they're holed up, I'm just gonna be like, I guess I run into a wall at some point, right? Because they've walled it off, I assume.
there was no wall.
Oh, they just hid there. Okay.
They just got.
I guess.
lucky.
They don't have a
Do I find
means.
Dante? Oh,
You do.
well, they
You
have a
see
carrot.
Dante as he's like kind of like tucked away, like peeking out and like seeing
it's
this
just a
giant
badger
badger.
just-
He kind of like prepares when he's like steps out and he's just, who are you? And like he's prepared, and
giant-
you quickly are focused on the tunnel, and he's just
I
seeing
like
it.
for Dante's context. All he's seen is Nick like just started talking to thin air and then yelled "Camille" and took off down the tunnel.
Yeah.
And then a badger started coming in. Like in his head.
Not even a small badger, like a big fucking
Mhm.
badger out of nowhere.
And so as the light starts to go away, he does quickly like kind of get a torch, and he tosses it, not like it's on you, but like around your direction, as he's like getting back into a battle sense, because he's cautious, right? Shit's gone down.
Yeah, you see the badger looks at it, looks at him. Badger rolls its eyes and continues closing the thing off.
He just stands in the position, but you get it sealed off.
Yeah, and then as I'm done, I just drag the box and I drag the box towards him, and then I just switch out, and I'm just like, do you really think throwing a torch at a badger, giant ass badger, is gonna make a fucking difference?
I can't fucking see, a dipshit. Like, what are you
Well,
doing out here?
I'm coming for the gnome.
Well, Nick's gone. All right.
Yeah, well, of course I sent
And
Nick
why-
to go find her
Why are you coming for the gnome?
because the gnome is dying.
No, she ain't.
Yes,
Wait.
she is.
You mean something's happening to her now?
No, not right now. As in, like, she is going to die eventually. Not from natural causes, in the sense of like, oh, she's gonna grow old and die. She's gonna die because the two
No, I
two
don't think-
people in.
I don't think he's hearing what you're saying.
Doesn't matter.
think-
Doesn't matter. I'm having a random conversation with a friend who's not understanding, and it's fine. So she has two sides of her, right? Yeah, right.
Kinda
Okay.
sheathes
Take your hands
his
from your
sword.
face. Like she has two sides of her, right?
Yes.
Like that. Yes, there you go. Very
As he
good.
just
So
in question the fact that she's
imagine
brought
like,
a
and
coffin,
she takes you produce a cup and then
a
put water in it.
child-sized
Imagine-
coffin.
Shut up.
This-
I kick the pigeon. And I say like, so this is. Imagine this is the gnome, right? And I pour water into it. When you have two people, this is gonna happen. She overflows it,
Uh,
The
and then she's gonna
pigeon
die
burst.
because of that.
okay. There's a lot of shit going on. You're going really fast. I have no idea where the
Yeah,
fuck
well,
they
yeah,
are.
catch up. Catch up.
I almost died. Okay.
Well, no, you're not dying, and if I mean, and if we need to fight those things, I have shit ready. But you know, that's beside the point.
Well, why did you? Okay, we need to get away from this spot, like right now.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
And
Help me carry this thing.
what the fuck is in it? Why did you bring a box here?
Yeah, well, I'll explain later. Catch up first.
Fuck. He just picks up the box and he's like, "Fuck, this is heavy," and just like starts walking and he's like, "We got to go," like trying to pick up a pace. Elise, make a perception
Yeah.
check for me.
Sure.
The spiders are digging.
Natural
right?
1 for 14.
You're just at least excited, adrenaline pumping a little bit to see your friend, to finally be kind of close to what you're doing. You're not really paying attention, and you just follow Dante as both of you.
I
Head-
don't know. I don't know what I'm looking for, so you tell me. It's like I was like.
Yeah. So you guys walk for like just a few minutes, and how to go about this?
No,
So-
you tell me.
So you walk for a couple of minutes, him carrying the box, and there's like a bunch of like different shapes of rocks, and he kind of puts the box behind one of the rocks and just kind of, okay, maybe they'll be back. They shouldn't have gone too far deep or anything like that. So, what's your plan to get us out?
I mean, I just have magic to get us out. I can just make a hole in the wall and then we just leave or I turn into a giant badger and we leave. It doesn't really matter. Why?
We're in the... Look. Whatever you think your
Yeah.
plan A and maybe plan B is, you might want to scratch that out.
I mean, I also have plan C, so
Plan C might be the option you might have to go ahead and start doing, like, right the fuck now.
what's
Like,
up?
we were in their fucking home. Our guide got
Elise looks around.
these holes, these caves, is where they fucking come out of.
Then why the fuck did you go in there, you absolute monkeys?
Because we were being chased by them on the outside.
Well, where the fuck are these idiots then?
Well, they shouldn't have gone far. We was hoping it led to another cave we could easily scoop out of and, like, get around these things. We didn't want to be in here this fucking long. And now you hear just sprinting Nick, and he's just... as he's just fucking running.
Yeah, okay.
Then you see a couple of feet behind him an orc who's carrying Camille, who seems slightly in distress, but he's
Okay.
like trying to haul ass as there's about 3 of these spider things just right behind him.
Okay. And I look to him, pick up the box, let's go to the entrance.
Picks up the box and he's just, let's go.
Okay,
And
as
Nick,
we walk back,
as Nick runs by you first, and he's just, hi Dante, hi Lisa, just keep fucking running.
so are we like what kind like so now it becomes relevant to me. So it is one corridor right to the entrance, or is there multiple things coming in?
That's behind you?
Yeah, where we came from, because I just said go to the entrance because I don't. For me, it's just more like I need to get to a point where there's only one tunnel.
Okay, so, well, if you guys start running back towards the entrance, right, which is only a few minutes away,
Yeah.
you already see where they are carving a small hole already, undoing what you did as they're undigging, and, like,
It's fine.
one of them, like, the smaller ones, kind of works itself way in as it sounds like the others are starting to undig the hole. And Nick
Yeah,
just
that's
kind of
fine.
stops and he's like, oh, fuck! God!
You just get together, you absolute losers.
What are you doing?
I am going to cast Wall of Stone and just
Fucking
literally.
all for this.
I'm Wall of Stoning and boxing ourselves in with like multiple rings. Like essentially, it doesn't. Okay, let's see. Doesn't need to be
I
vertical.
think you can make a circle with it.
Yeah, boom, boom, boom,
I
boom.
think the walls just have to touch each other.
Yeah, like essentially, I'm gonna
Oh.
encircle us with like like as many layers as it can, and then just so that we have time to do whatever the fuck we want.
In
There you
I'm gonna say in a unique circumstance that you've kind of created multiple barriers. I do understand that the walls need to be touching, but you know,
There's
you're
walls everywhere.
yeah, it's just like you boxed yourself in, and then there was like a little bit of extra foundations on top of that. But like you can kind of like it echoing as they're like tapping, like attacking and breaking the wall again as they're doing what they do, being caved and underground creatures.
Exactly. So I look at them as they all get up. So we have a little bit. We ready to leave?
The orc is pretty like heavy breathing. He's just out. Camille is like, now that you get a better look at her, she seems, I guess you could almost say like she's running a fever. And the orc is just, she can't go on much longer.
Did you get bitten by one of them?
No, she's been feeling bad since we started this trip. And she sprained her ankle
Yeah.
running from those things. And Dante's like,
Okay.
yeah, it's we was thinking it was just maybe a mild fever or something like that, but it seems as
Elise
though
takes out her cup again and holds it in her hand, looks at him.
he's okay, I don't know if it's that, okay? It may not be that. But we were
And she holds the cup a little bit close to his face.
okay. How are we getting out of this? All you did was box us in even more.
Yeah. And?
Okay, so how are we getting out? As he kind of like starts to shake you a little bit.
I mean, we just... Okay. Since we're kind of close to the surface, right?
Right.
How far away from the surface are we? Up, going straight up. Looks at the DM, like ish, relatively. How far up do you think we need to go?
You're kind of close to the exit tunnel, and still being a slant, somewhere between roughly 20-25 feet.
Okay. Let's have a look. How do I want to do this? Okay, so
Can I
that's...
kill everyone in the group right now?
No,
It's mutated all into mud, and the whole cave collapses down.
Yeah,
drowning
I'm
you all.
never gonna say... Yeah, exactly, no.
What's that spell that does that? 'Cause I had
Earthquake.
that as put in.
No,
I-
yeah, I know which one you mean, but I don't have that one.
Because I prepared it during the last fight, like, oh, this could be useful. For Lord knows
Meteor
why
storm.
I thought that.
Okay, I can't do that because that will mean I break
Technically-
concentration.
It maybe could have been useful if I had used it in a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
But
I am just going to... Okay. It's gonna get tight in here. But bear with me. I'm gonna just turn into another... Because I need a little bit of... I need a little bit more space. Because if you say 20 feet, that's... I mean, no, actually, I have... No, because it's a 4th level. Fuck. Okay, I need a bit more. Yeah, whatever.
The
I'm
rest
gonna
of you
turn into a
guys,
giant
it's a nice little boat ride. On a
Yeah,
clear
yeah, I'm
summer
turning into
day.
I'm turning into a giant badger again, and I'm just like, okay, and I start digging my way up, and just enough to where I can sort of feel like, as my giant badgers, that that I don't have far to go.
like
I
maybe a few feet without it kind of caving.
Yeah, exactly, and I can sort of feel like I'm getting there, but then I'm like, okay, my badger instincts tell me don't go further, and then and they're probably covered a little bit in dirt though. So, but that's fine.
Yeah, you start doing that, and the orc kind of like moves to the side where his back is kind of like to where the dirt is. Nick is just like, ow, ow, why are you pelting me with all of this? Dante is just like,
Yeah, I throw it directly at Nick, by the way. Yeah, I just aim for him.
Dante is like kind of leaning back as he can, like trying to look up to see how well this is going to go.
And then I'm gonna like sort of start digging. Actually, I should dig out a bit of a way so they can actually make it up as well. So I'm gonna do it at a little bit of an angle so that they can actually get up, because otherwise going straight up is impossible for them.
I would say if you try to do it more of at an angle, it would be about half that. So we'll say maybe 10 to 15-ish feet.
Yeah. But so sort of so that they can make their way up as well. Then I'm gonna go down out of it again. I'm gonna be like, okay. So what's gonna happen now? Action plan. Right? We all need to get the fuck out. I'm gonna open the thing. Then I'm gonna summon a bunch of eagles. And then we leave. But there's no slacking, no staying behind. Okay?
Nick's hand is just waving, but that's all you
What do you
see.
want?
It's just his hand. 'Cause he-
Yeah, I just say, I look at him and like, I sort of kick away the dirt a little bit.
I almost died again.
Yeah, well, stop dying. Well, are you ready? Are you all ready to go?
Climbs out, and Dante holding on the box, and he's looking. He's like, "Can we trade?" And they trade. The ogre's now carrying the box. He's
Okay.
holding on to Empress or Camille. He's just, all right.
All right. So, it's gonna be really quick. No slacking. No messing around. Just getting the fuck out of here, alright?
All right.
Alright. I am going to stone shape the like we're gonna all okay, so everyone gather up at the end of the tunnel.
Okay, they all
Alright.
kind of climb to that spot, and you can see it looks like it's actually slowly caving in from constant, not things digging in it, but things going and stepping on it as they're going down. This is starting to create a lot more of a commotion than anything.
Yeah. I am going to actually thinking about that.
Summon the eagles first, then stone shape.
The eagles can't be summoned in here. They need to have space.
Oh, too bad for them.
Gosh. Immediately, all the eagles would just poof away.
So Joseph, this is a fun thing. Like, so I can either stone shape my way out, which is fine and cool, but could we argue for you, since you're saying that it's sort of falling down and there's things going up on it, and I just kind of wanted to, like, for a cool effect, explode the ground above me. Can I use erupting earth aimed upwards to see if they woo, explode and throw spiders around because it's cool?
I mean, you could do that for sure.
Yeah. I'll cast erupting earth and just blow the area away and just see if spiders and shit fly around. And I suddenly see all the spiders to be shell shocked, going like, "What the fuck?" And then we leave with the eagles.
So you kind of like trying to quickly go about this, and it's if it was like an initiative way, you would have a surprised round as you
Yeah.
just blast this hole as it just like it as it's like slowly kind of caving in a little, right? Kind of like a pressure plate, but it like bolts down a little bit and then just blows up. Tons of rocks kick up. You barely see what looks like 2 or 3. One kind of more of tumbling, but there's like 2 small ones that they just get flinged. And just this nice echoing sound happening. Roll me a D100 for me.
I thought I was still muted. I'm sorry.
It's
We
fine.
haven't heard a single thing
on.
from you.
53.
53. Okay. So you don't cost too much, but a couple of rocks start to kind of go down a little bit. But as that happens, quickly try to summon your eagles, and they kind of like appear like just right outside, like kind of already hovering a little bit, flapping their wings, and you're just like, go, go, go.
I
Dante,
just like
Dante holding on to Camille, um, he just looks at one of them that he wants to go to, and he just zaps over there as he misty steps and grabs a hold of
Oh.
one,
oh boy.
and it kind of like
Do
starts to
things.
try to take off. Ogre is not ogre, but the orc is like kind of like
Orc.
running up and like tries to quickly grab a hold of one as the eagle like tries to grab a hold of him and kind of pull
Just
up a
grabs
little
onto
bit.
in the box essentially.
And then you and Nick go and grab a hold of the other one, and
Yeah, just grab us with the talents and just
Yeah.
unceremoniously get the fuck out of there.
yeah, you guys start making space, and you can see now
So many.
there is more than 50
Yeah.
of them, and they, because of what you just did as well, like you instantly, like your main focus is here, but without knowing, all the other swarms around are now all coming to this section.
Yeah, this
So
is bad.
yeah, like it was awful,
It made
especially.
a lot of noise.
But you
Yeah.
guys continue to take off, and you're just getting height. You're not even going in a direction. You're just getting height to get nowhere close
Away
to
from the-
this.
I want to see the health bars disappear.
You don't.
um,
You just keep going and you just still see them on the map.
Stop stacking health bars.
It-
Stop stacking health
your
bars.
your game starts to lag
Oh, God.
of the amount that there is.
Ah,
You see like a bunch
can
of
see that.
depending on the game, whether it's the eye or like the question mark, you see just a bunch of it just popping up all over. But
fucking Assassin's Creed, all like all alerted.
but each of the
Must be
eagle
the wind.
kind of did, because it has a hold of everybody and it doesn't want to continue like in this fashion. What it does, all three of them kind of like slightly stack above each other and places each individual on one, goes down at the bottom to get the other people as each one kind of drops them on top of each other.
Eagles are smart.
And then
We just get the fuck out. We just get the fuck out of there and look for an actual safe space.
That's smarter than some
safe
player
space is
characters.
back where you came.
Yeah, we'll just. I mean, yeah.
I won't lie to
Uh,
you. The safest place is back where you fucking came.
Yeah, I think it's probably for the best for now.
So while that's happening, the rest of you guys, you make it back to the cave entrance where the obelisk is.
Have fun, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna die.
All right. Is there anything that we can discern from the topography based off of like how there was a big fire circle thing? Is there like anything of that sort that we can discern from that?
What do you mean?
It's like a cave. He's talking about, is there any, do we see like anything like the last one had like a little red thing and we
Yeah,
ended
no,
up
you-
having
this-
a fiery thing.
This you don't. There's nothing indicating, because like the last one, it was when this creature came out that he did something, but you just see a cave entrance. There's no indication of like an immediate thing.
Do you want me to scout again?
Okay. Yeah, do that. Would I have taken a short rest?
I would assume
On
this
the way
would
there,
be a
just
short
so-
like yeah,
Yeah.
you guys would have.
Okay.
If somebody wants to use their
just to
hit,
regain that spell
Okay, yeah, I'll
slot.
do it.
hit dice to gain that little bit of health back.
Right, it didn't roll 'em.
You have
got
to
you
click the
got to
hit
roll
dice.
the hit
Oh, I
dice.
gotta roll it physically.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna roll the one. There we go. All right,
There you go. So.
that 1 HP is gonna be my doom. Never mind. I'm gonna roll that too.
There you go.
If at one point during the upcoming fight that happens because of this obelisk, you end up at 1 hit point, remember that.
I can have a 1 hit point. I'm saying, never mind.
Well,
so
it'd be because of this, you just like rolled that, you'd be at 1 hit point instead of unconscious.
I'm gonna die either way then. Good
So
job.
is all of you going in after Prime, or is just Prime going in by herself?
I'll follow.
Slowly.
We'll
and
follow
I flip
after Prime.
down my mask. For the sake
know
of
what
this,
that
I'm
means.
putting that mask on. DM.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. So Prime, you go in first. Just make a perception check as you look around.
Guidance.
I'll create light.
She's too far
did
to
say-
receive guidance.
Oh. 15.
You go in first, and it looks like a natural
Triggers a trap.
formation of a cave. But it slowly starts to transition into what appears to be like it was in the process, but never got finished, of another temple-looking design. You see a door. It kind of like a decent-sized round door. Think of like a vault, if you will. There's a couple of things pressed against it. But it doesn't look like it's all the way, I guess you could say like shut.
Is there any immediate danger?
As you kind of like look around, you don't appear or see anything. And again, it's like you walk into the cave, it slowly transitions to like an entrance of like a temple thing, but it's still kind of like a little bit more elegantly designed, if you will. And then you come across the door. So no, there's no immediate surroundings of threat.
Okay.
At least as
I'll
far as
motion
you
to them. Yeah, I'll motion to them. Be like, it's cool. You guys can come up.
So the rest of the group
I'm gonna
gets
cast
up.
light, just for voice or when no voice is
Yeah.
Dragonborn. I forgot. I don't know why I thought voice wasn't.
You just want to cast light. It's okay.
Ace
Yeah,
casts
yeah, I'll
light,
just
and we
cast
all
light.
just immediately turn and look at him in absolute horror.
But
Well, I thought you guys
as-
wanted to see better.
as
We
everybody
can all
comes,
see.
well,
Only one of us here can't see.
so I guess we need to start removing some of these things out of the way.
I guess.
Looks like a job for big strong
Said
man.
it was a door.
Picks
Okay,
up
let's get to
Garbu.
work.
Let's go.
Use me as a battering ram.
I plan to.
Oh God, no, not again. We did this with explosions, bro.
Door,
We
right?
did this.
So
It's
he,
a door, right?
well, what they're trying to do is remove some of the debris off of the door. So think of like there's a bunch of like little pillars and stuff leaning against it. Not like it was designed that way, they collapsed into it. And so, go ahead and roll me a strength check, if you will. Okay. Both you and X, kind of like break away some of it, push it out of the way. It's once you kind of break at least even part of it, it like kind of crumbles, and you're just pushing the rest of the debris. You don't need the door open that much. You just need it open a little bit. But you guys,
We might want it open more in case we need to like run out or something. I just don't like the way that that was phrased.
I mean, it's up to you if you want it. If you want more space open to that's more than what you need versus enough space for you humanoids to go through.
One of these times.
Oh, but now it's worded more like we might be running from something that maybe won't fit through the door if it's so. I don't like this, DM.
The first time the cave collapsed and we had to run out. Can everybody fit through this door comfortably? I mean, I'm tiny. I can fit through.
Well,
it
it's
fine.
not open all the way. Like it's not even. It's you can tell it's not shut all the way. So like with a little bit of prying, you can pull it open. It's more of, do you move the debris enough to allow just enough space for you guys to actually just walk in, or do you move it very clear of the way to where like it can be pushed open more?
How open do we want this door?
I just want to get
I
in.
don't think it really matters either way. Yeah,
Just enough for us then?
sure.
Why
I'll
do
just
you
make
want
sure
it
to
more?
I'll keep a spell ready in case we need it. I guess on the way out.
If you think we're gonna fight something, then great, because I have been absolutely bored.
Same.
I can
I
tell.
thought we were gonna fight something earlier, but then I got teleported 500 feet back, and people ran past.
You're
us.
welcome. Alright, let's see what. Let's
Anyways,
go.
so both of you kind of open the door a little bit. You really got to put your claws kind of like into it to kind of get a little grip as you pull it open. And it's tough, but you guys get enough space where you guys can perfectly walk through without too much of an issue. But it does kind of like hit against some of the debris that was still left. But you guys kind of walk into this just another dark and filled room.
I'm gonna. I'm gonna actually do like the flare thing. I'm gonna see if I can find a little rock, like pebble or something, and just kind of like do the flare, cast light on it, just throw it.
Why?
Okay. While you do that, audience, give me like 2 seconds with these players for a second.
We're gonna get beat up.
All right. Okay, we're back. Thank you. So, anyways, as you guys go in, Aeth, you kind of like pick up a rock, kind of test it a little bit to see if it's worthy to be tossed. Feels right. You kind of cast light on it and you chuck it. As it flies across the room a little bit, just roll me a strength check to see how far you chuck it. Because if you roll a nat 1, it's only going to go
Natural
5
one.
feet.
7.
God.
Better than 0.
Yeah.
It's better than
Yeah.
0, but you know. You toss it.
Plus.
It you know, it doesn't go too far.
Like 10 feet.
20-ish. But it rolls a little bit and stuff. Nothing appears to, I guess,
Well, I mean, why are you telling me this?
But
Again, everybody probably just stares at 8 like. Why?
Are you trying to get us killed?
No, I'm just trying to
'Cause here's
see
another
if there was
rock.
anything there trap-wise. Oh god.
Why is it when I try to throw something, I get teleported?
Yeah, you want me to
500
cast
feet
light on
away?
that?
Do you want me to toss you? How about this? He picks up Garbu. I want you to cast light on this so I can throw it.
Alright, yeah, sure.
And right as you're about to go and do that, you do hear
Why
the
don't I
sound
just
of
shoot an arrow?
you do
That
hear
makes
the
the most
sound
sense.
of shifting as what is all this racket in my home?
Oh.
We should
I
have
hate
done
you guys
primeval
so
awareness.
much.
As it
You should have done primeval awareness.
shifting
This is
and
my fault?
shifting.
Yes.
But you
As
guys
the shifting is happening, this
Wait, wait.
conversation.
I'm
Oh,
just
shit. Oh.
angrily sitting there.
1,
Can't
2,
sit down 'cause
3,
your butt
4.
burns.
but you guys cannot make out. We got to go back to the
4.
other.
How many? What is 5th level?
Um,
Okay, so 1.
so
2.
You hear this and it's just it's been such a long time since I've had visitors. God, that voice. Fucking killing me.
he coughs and
He does cough.
Quick, give him a cough drop. He might help us.
He does cough. I'm not lying. Do you guys respond? Do you say anything?
Do you know where the obelisk is?
Where is he talking?
I don't
I
know.
love it that Prime is like, why is he talking? I love that.
The obelisk. The thing that I have built to defend the natures that it holds. You are seeking it.
We found like 4.
I look back at the rest of the group.
Why is he
You
so
see, like
Three.
as uh as X is holding you, he's slowly pulling out his other blade. His regular one, he's unsure if he wants to pull this other
I'll
one.
be X's shield, so I'm holding my shield directly in front of me.
He
I've
sees
got
it
my
and he
straight up bow out like.
X's
he uses
Oh.
that.
Yes.
X's AC goes up by 4.
Yeah.
This is definitely
I want to
Zoro.
play a character who is just a shield now.
This is definitely Zoro holding up Usopp. That's a sword.
Next campaign, next time I'm just gonna be a forge cleric who's like even lighter weight than Garbu, and my whole career is just a shield. I am a shield.
Be a paladin.
But as everything's getting ready, and did you respond to his statement that he made?
What
We
are we talking?
we're
said
just
we
seeking a
found, like,
parlay.
4.
We are just seeking a parlay to not disturb you, but just we're seeking some spiritual enlightenment.
Spiritual enlightenment and guidance. It's been some time since I have laughed. And some time since I have eaten. God.
What
Well,
are
we're
you?
not good food.
No, we have someone that tastes terrible.
I mean, the meat to metal ratio
Awful.
here is real bad.
Yeah. It's like a meatball filled with paper clips.
You
Like
guys,
a metal ball.
what are you guys doing as this
God.
conversations are happening?
Oh,
I think we're just bantering
I'm
back.
going strategic
idiots.
immediately. I'm getting my back to a doorway so that I can get out, and I'm holding a bow, getting ready to shoot if something happens.
You kind of
I'm gonna
take a couple of steps
get the
back
scimitar
and
out.
you're putting your back against the door that you guys walked in. And the problem that you have is even though all of you can see, it doesn't necessarily you don't necessarily see like the other side of the wall,
Mhm.
but you can't tell where this voice is coming from.
I cast Sanctuary on X. Well, we're
As
Wait,
it
why
kinda
X? Why not
glo-
voice?
Why
as
not
it-
the voice, you idiot?
Is voice with us?
No.
Yes.
I thought
Yeah.
you said that.
I
It's
cast it on
it's
voice.
it's
and
an
it was with
obelisk.
us.
She has to go.
Well, can I reach voice?
Yeah.
Okay, I
Okay.
cast it on her.
I would
forgot
say
she was
you
with us.
you whisper this and he just like holds you back. You just tap her and then he holds you back in front.
I mean, it's within 30 feet, so it doesn't need to be touched.
I'm fine with that still.
I love this.
I just say this to X, and X assumes that it's a touch spell.
If I may, we really didn't come to protrude onto your territory, but we were just seeking knowledge of the past that seems to be lost. I will accept it.
The sanctuary isn't concentration.
Hey,
Located in
that's
spells.
pretty good.
Pretty good. The voice just has charisma, nothing else.
That's it.
I mean, that's
10, 10,
literally
10,
her name.
10, 10, 10, 10, 20, 10.
Look, I'm sorry, I maxed
God,
my
geez.
only skill out to the best of its ability. Pick up sword fighting? No. Pick up word fighting? Yes.
Yes.
She's basically a bard without magic.
She has like how do you call it? Like expertise in persuasion, intimidation, and performance, and nothing else. And deception,
It's
that's no sport.
she dumped
Maybe
intimidation and it's
intimidation,
just persuasion. That's it.
Only persuasion.
And it's like it's like if it's like, can you do like vicious mockery? Like, I could say something mean, but it won't hurt
She
their
persuades
body.
him to feel bad.
Yeah.
Persuade them to feel bad.
If the body it might hurt the mind.
You're feeling very, very.
So, you're wanting to discover the past. Something that is long forgotten.
Um.
Yes.
Yes.
The picture looks at you, yes.
Is his coughing making you want to cough?
A little.
Because it fucking hurts.
Yeah, we are just seeking this out, and when we gather what we can from, I glance over at them.
X is just
Their
like
enlightenment will
he's
leave.
trying to look, but like you can see excitement on his face. It's like finally adrenaline rush. Like he's ready to go. But
Stop
as you
looking.
as you
Stop
say
looking.
this,
Excited.
if you mean what you say, why not open that door all the way?
Insight check.
Do it.
What are you inciting?
Why does he want the door open all the way?
He wants out.
It's going to be a really hard AC if you really want to try to get the gist of it.
Do it.
Try it.
Okay.
Damn.
You can
I thought it was like, yeah, let's
Because
try
it was a lot of work.
13.
m-
I say back.
you could probably only assume maybe just to get out, but unaware of any intentions or motives.
Because it was a lot
Why
of
do you
work
want the
just
door
to
open all the way?
Why are you trapped in there to begin with?
Are you wanting to live or die?
Yes.
I killed the pigeon.
If you want to seek the obelisk, as you say, in pursuit of knowledge of the past, all you have to do is open the door.
What are you then? Guardian or a prisoner?
I am much more than what you can imagine. And why am I even speaking to such a low breed?
Can I just look at
Dragonborn.
object while he's rambling on?
Sure, what are you locating object?
An obelisk similar to the ones I've seen before. I've seen three at this point. It'll locate the nearest object that fits the description.
You know what?
You get the sense that it's like you get the sense that it's close, but for whatever reason you just can't pick up its exact location.
I want to know where he's at.
It's
So I'm
within
gonna
a
cast
1,000
primary
feet.
awareness. Yeah.
Well, just so you're aware, and I'll let you, if you want to take it back or not, it doesn't tell you exactly their location.
Oh, it doesn't. Yeah, I'll take
No.
it back then. I'm not gonna take a spell slot.
It
for that.
just lets you know within the radius if there is a such thing.
Yeah, we already know. Yeah. We're good.
So,
I didn't use a spell slot. I won't use it.
okay. Just kind of saving you there.
The obelisk is within 1,000 feet. Can't really tell where exactly.
Yeah, like you're getting thrown off because, like, for an example, you feel like the sense is it's like even saying like it's behind you, but the door's behind you. You're getting the sense that it's in front of you, but to the sides. Like it's throwing
Kinda
you
feels
off.
like it's all around.
So what are you guys doing? As he continues, Dragonborn, you seem of one of the mighty ones. Why are you traveling with these low species? Are they your slaves? And he's, no, they're not. I am not speaking to you. You are clearly not of the same rank as him. Speak,
I'm gonna
Dragon.
nudge X.
And he's just like, you kind of nudge him, and he just looks at you and he's like, it's more of like a nuisance than anything. At least
An
some of them
annoying
are.
pet. Annoying pet.
Kind of holds you up to his face, and he's, that's about one of the only things that I can agree on what you have said out of the entire time I have known you, is a pet.
It's like one of those annoying little dogs that just yaps at you.
So, these all are your pets, then? What are you guys doing, though? Are you accepting the terms, or are you trying to do something else?
Can I try to look around at all?
You can make a
Locate
perception
object,
check.
help you with that?
And determining on where the obelisk is?
Yes.
I would tell you to not waste your time.
Or where anything is, I guess.
I mean, you
We're
can
in a
make...
pocket of reality.
13.
It's dark in front of you.
We're in a god's bag of
I-
holding.
I'll try and just act as like it. I guess I'm just gonna try and make it seem like yeah, X is my master or something, slave master.
So,
No, he's master. He's your pet.
as
We're his pets.
as the dragon would start to speak, X speaks. We'll open this door for you. You better hold your end of the deal. And he puts Garbu down and he's...
I can try one more thing.
Just go open the dang door.
Before I do, can I cast Detect Magic?
As you do it anyway. What do you... I mean...
I thought you said dispel magic.
No.
Oh my god.
You sense the aura around all of your people.
I don't sense like anything in the room.
I'm gonna go clear the rock while he's doing that, since I see him, he's not doing it.
It is not by magical means. So no.
In the words of X, open the dang door.
Okay.
I'll walk over to the
I'm gonna
door
help
and start
Garbu with that.
Make some strength checks as you guys left the debris behind.
21.
Yeah,
Hey.
check that.
So
Garbu just moving whole boulders. Ace over here like, I can't lift it.
Okay.
And he's just trying to lift
I
the
got
door
one
itself.
arm.
So you
I have one arm.
went to go move the
I just
debris.
imagine it's not that. It's that Ace trying to lift the door itself, not realizing it's the door. Like he just wedged his fingers under it and thought he had purchase on a rock.
So you went and moved the debris and then opened the door?
Yeah.
Okay. So as the door opens all the way, there, it's opened. Now will you get out of my way? Big mighty words from from a warrior yourself. I admire that. It does feel nice to finally be able to breathe fresher air. And you guys can hear the sounds of something moving. And it moves above you. But you don't see anything.
It's Tentacle Daddy
And with
2.0.
detect magic.
With
Does
detect
it
mag-
pop
it's-
up on my blind sense?
It is not.
It's a ghost.
It is not using
It's
magic.
a ghost.
If you do kind of get the sensing of something walking like above you going out the front door.
didn't
Do I?
trigger
Does it show how big it is?
or anything.
That's. I would say it's more of understanding the footprints. It appears to be of something of like a pretty decent size.
Do I? Oh, I cast.
Does anybody actually know what's going on or how we can?
I'll recast locate object in case this thing has like the obelisk on it and it's just carrying it out with it.
Oh god, that'd be the worst.
You're still getting that dizzy sensation of it being everywhere.
It doesn't feel like the dizziness is moving at all.
Nope. As it kind of quiets down, we'll shift back into the creature that was speaking
let's
to
find
you
that out.
guys is out of the room.
Let's hurry up and find this thing and get the hell out of here.
It's still dizziness. It's not revealed or anything. Can I look at the
Guess we gotta find it the
rubble?
old-fashioned way.
If I pick up a piece of the rubble and just like move it, does my locate object kind of like move with the rubble?
Nope.
Is somehow the rubble the obelisk? Okay. Listen, I'm trying to figure things out.
Do you guys like search this
See
whole
if I can-
chamber?
I'm gonna start searching it.
You guys pretty much go all around it. It's a decent sized chamber, you know, like maybe, you know, give or take 50-50 ish. But it's just wall to wall to wall. And the door that you guys came in from.
I guess we go back out the door.
Wait, what's above us? Like, what's above the ceiling?
The ceiling.
Is it,
Orientational wise, can we
As
tell
I
where on the
exit the
surface would
door, as I exit the door, does it still feel like it's coming from that room, or is it still dizzy?
It's coming from that room. And orientation wise, what?
be? Can we tell where it would have been coming out? Like what direction it's going to be going when we get out?
No, because you guys walked into a cave, like a decent size, like a decent couple of yards. So you just know there's only one way out, and that was the way the creature went.
He said he'd show us where the
oh,
obelisk is. We let him out, didn't he?
The voice states,
I'm gonna head out.
no, he said
out
he
of the
would let
cave.
us see it if we let him out. He didn't say he would show us.
Anybody got a way to see invisible things?
No.
I start tapping on the ground. I can probably pick it up with my blind sense, but if it's nothing going on, I can't see anything.
You can try to
Or sense
dispel
anything.
magic, but it doesn't seem like anything magical is happening. Weirdly. I thought about trying to command it to explain, but I couldn't see it.
It was on the ceiling from when I was leaving. The only
No,
thing
it
I could
wasn't
pick up from
crawling on the ceiling. It walked
Yeah.
above you guys. Like it's clearly big enough to walk over you.
Can I try to? Or... I'm just gonna leave if I can, so I can start looking for it.
Sure, you can start to walk out.
Mhm.
So are you guys okay with that?
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'll try to keep looking around in here.
That way we can at least get an eye on it. I'm gonna
Try
go
to
out
activate things.
and possibly come back if I have to, but like I just want to get a bearing on where it is and what it is.
Okay.
Because I assume once I get back on the ground, I'll be back in outside land, and I can just I can just yeah.
Dante, it's not an inferno.
Ranger stuff.
He's using echolocation.
Like a
I will stealth once I get outside though, just
You
in
know what? I'll
case.
start doing that
Um,
for eighth. I'll start screeching for him to echolocate.
So you start walking out as everybody kind
Cast
of
static on you.
continues to look around the room to see about anything. As you kind of start to step out, as the light seems really bright for a reason, you can see now, as you're not really aware of this, none of you are, as time seems to slow down. Prime, before, and again, you don't realize this, but you get just a glimpse of almost a pure crystallized dragon. A clear crystallized dragon. Not see-through,
Did we just free the crystal one?
I'm running back inside
but time is
if I can.
No, you
Yeah.
can't. And you
See
see
it.
you see it look like it's kind of looking down, like it's talking to someone. And at this point in time is frozen for y'all.
Except Prime, who's just watching all of creation.
Me?
No.
I'm the only one not frozen? I thought I was
No,
the only one that was frozen.
everybody
Oh,
is
okay.
frozen. Garbu, you start to feel a sense of heaviness. Aeth, you start to feel really sweaty. Prime, you're starting to feel very, like, your heart's pounding more, like a huge adrenaline kind of coming in. As I said, as all of time stopped for you guys, these 4 entities appear. Prime, you don't see it because again, it's frozen in time. But in front of Prime, if each of you want to kind of describe a little bit of yourself, we'll start with you, Ocean.
Ocean Man.
Ocean is basically a female Triton, mossy blue skin with long, darker blue hair, 2 water pillows in her hair
Yeah.
with a white crop top like outfit, shirt, and white pants with a blue skirt over it, and a red ribbon tied at the waist. She also has light blue markings around her body that signifies her control over water.
Okay. Clay.
Bahamut is a large dragon god with silverish platinum scales and dark blue eyes, large majestic wings.
Okay. Bryce.
Tharsa is a titan of courage. She works directly under the goddess Bitopia, Shantea. She appears as a dark-skinned elf with pure white hair and light red eyes. She stands tall like a giant. She can be taller, but she's little for the tall. Very heavily muscled, tattooed on the lower neck, lower forearms, and upper thighs. She's got decorated armor, shoulder, forearms, waist, lower legs. Has a white shirt with a black light corset with red markings on it. Also has a long black skirt tail with blue and red patterns on it.
Okay. And then to pick up the last.
Let's see. Orissa is a auburn-haired Eladrin with fey-colored. Well, these times is more like the colors of the beast court. Some symbols on her. But I guess she's the most basic-looking one out of all of them. She doesn't. She is who she is. Not too many fancy things going on there.
As
Yeah, that's right, Dante.
as each of you appear, the reason why all of you appeared, there's only one course that would bring such different entities into the mortal plane. You guys realize that in this area, time has stopped. As the entity talking to the dragon kind of says, "Hold on one second, my friend," and kind of looks to all of you as you all recognize this entity, as it is get it right here, the god of the Arcadia Plains, Ilmeter, Imeter, however you want to call him. Each of you have a little notes that I've stated what you do recognize that's also listening in, but doesn't necessarily mean you have to act on it. But as he looks to all of you, I wasn't expecting quite a turnout. I guess you all thought an attack was going to happen. I don't blame you one bit. He kind of nods to your direction, Theresa, and just mentally in your head. Surprised you left your plane of protection. I assume you were just curious on what was happening.
Shantae should be fine without me, as you're aware. But we all take care of those we care for.
Hopefully this little incursion will be just between us. No need to inform the others. You know the treaty, how they would react.
I won't lie, but I also won't tell them for no reason.
I expected nothing less. And nothing more. But as it kind of starts to speak out again, and it's just kind of looks at all of you and just I was only coming to offer my services to your followers. So, interesting though to see most of you show you must care deeply about your worshipper. Am I wrong?
A vested interest in something they have a vested interest in.
I mean, she wouldn't forgive me if I did nothing.
Watching over someone who's just trying to shine.
He's a fucking idiot, so somebody has to keep an eye on him.
Yeah, that tracks.
That does, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think. Well, no, mine's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, yours has to be watched for first there. He seems to be drowning himself all the time.
She does well.
It's
So
one way
how
of
can
doing
we
things, I
trust you
suppose.
if you're about as trustworthy as pig shit?
Any need for the cursing?
I don't trust any of you, so.
You shouldn't.
Agreed.
You really shouldn't.
I understand your past, Ocean. You were treated, unfairly. I would be almost taken back if you were indeed forgiving. But that's not how the tales of the tides are. They're always unforgiving. Am I correct?
You're correct.
And you, great dragon. Surprised you left the airplane.
I do like it there, though there are a lot of snakes.
So
Is
I've
that-
heard.
Is that real?
Yeah, I've heard as well.
Or is that an inside joke?
It's an inside joke for
Thank
sure.
you. Okay,
Oh.
we can
First-
move
it's
on.
for the
I just
first
didn't
campaign.
know.
No,
It's
it's
first campaign.
it is a huge
ahead,
inside
Drew.
joke that I hate so much.
And Orissa would 100%.
Yeah, Orissa's like,
be in
I
on
know.
it, Yeah.
Can I ask if
Arissa
this is a
knows.
snakes on the plane thing?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
That's
Okay.
the original
good.
reference
Yes.
is from there, but I played a character from the airplane who just complained about snakes on the airplane.
Yeah, exactly.
God, I'm mad at you because I
But
didn't.
now
get to
I have
be
a
there.
god who just canonized that in the world.
That's
There,
funny.
we do have an episode that is labeled that as well. Unfortunately.
Snakes on the airplane. Sorry.
You see Orisa actually look at Bahamut and like, I've heard that joke a million times, and to know that it's actually true upsets me more than anything else.
Would Darcy
It's
think
a-
that's
Oh my
funny?
god.
Do what?
Would
Wow.
Darcy think that's funny?
Sure.
Ha! I got that.
Don't know what the equivalent would be to the Feywild, as I'm not very familiar with it, though I am curious. But for the mortal plane, I think the equivalent would be something like mosquitoes.
Hmm.
So,
Mm.
have you?
We're also talking a giant dragon, talking about snakes.
Are you still
Mm.
lumbering in cowardice? Are you still hiding?
Is that to Bahamut?
Yes.
Yeah.
Trying a little light on the world.
Hmm. Yeah, I can. You're doing a good job. Don't let that be a discouragement. But keep working on it. Maybe you'll get over it.
Get over what?
Just want to see a god fight. I'm not gonna lie.
No, like at least just like Orisa just looks at the Bahamut and is like, get over what?
My concern.
Hmm.
Typical god doesn't say what it is.
Yeah, I mean, gods are gods, right? They're more busy fighting amongst each other than trying to make up for their messes.
Aren't you the ones who just had a conversation a moment ago about not trusting the gods? As gods?
I mean, the gods is a technical term, I suppose.
I didn't
Really subjective.
necessarily summon you all to have a heated debate. But,
What's the point then?
well, mostly, I wanted to talk to you, Orisa.
Alright.
Before we get too far into this, why are we even here really to begin with?
I mean, you support that little one, don't you?
Yes. But why are we collectively here?
Well, I didn't necessarily think most of you would accept my invitation. This was more of a one person I was trying to speak with. But the fact that all of you accepted, which I was only doing it out of kindness, surprises me a little. Really, I wanted to kind of help, as I said, your followers, your worshippers. Just give them a slight little nudge in their little conquest to defeat the fallen king. Well, defeat is a very long and outstretched term that probably shouldn't even been used.
No, she hasn't talked to me yet, but she's found some stuff out, as far as I know.
Mm. That I'm sure. Before I guess we get on to topics and situations. Ocean, how are you feeling? Any better, I hope?
Fine.
That's good.
Busy.
It's good to keep oneself busy. Keeps your mind off of negative thoughts. But I'm glad to see that you are doing better. Seem to really come up on your way after you were taken to the Fae. I'm happy for you. You're more than welcome to stop by Arcadia if you ever would like. Of course, you would have to keep your temper under check.
Get that little eye twitch. That like little.
And just he again he even looks over towards Tharsa and just he understands and just acknowledges he knows how you've been. It's not too necessarily in common, but he still kind of asks you, I do hope you have been well. I know it must be busy running the plane.
I have enough time to pique my interests, but my duty is my duty.
I see your one you're adamant about has a pretty interesting weapon on her. As he kind of walks a little bit, like close to Prime and just kind of goes around to the back and just like looks at the bow.
You should know that it is listening to us and understands a great deal of what we say.
Oh, I am very aware. But it seems as though it's lacking. It's not completely finished yet.
It's almost as if these weapons were made for Titans.
It's true. You would know. You were supposed to be holding one of them, if I'm not mistaken myself, but unfortunately, how battles ended a little too abruptly, too soon, maybe.
There will always be more battles.
Oh, you're only scratching the surface. But you are not wrong. Always be more. Who knows? Maybe you'll get to wield it. I know it was kept away by something. Never really partaked in everything, but maybe you'll get to hold it.
If I don't, I think it's in good hands for now.
Well.
But I'm keeping a very close eye.
That's good. Always keep a close eye on your more I don't want to say personal projects, but that's the way I view some things. And then kind of starts to walk back towards the crystallized dragon. And as he does, kind of walks by you, Bahamut, and it's just... So, how is your trainee coming along?
Naive. Bit hard-headed. Stubborn.
So she's just like you, huh? Well, she will get to understand how things work when she takes your position. But
Elise just goes, she.
yeah,
Wait, is he for her and not for Garbu? Is he for voice?
are you asking him that?
Yeah, I mean,
No,
I'm
I was
literally like,
confused.
I'm like,
Sorry.
Elise out loud says she question mark.
Oh,
Isn't
What's the
he
point
for
of
the
this
little
conversation?
Wait, our
The
guys
language
can
I
hear?
communicate most with.
I thought this was a god talk. I didn't know our people could hear.
no, they can't hear at all.
Oh, I was gonna say. I was
It's
like, what the
only
heck?
the gods. That's why I said, like, if you like
No,
as
that was Orisa.
Oh, okay, okay. Sorry.
Larissa.
I thought he said Elise.
no.
Elise isn't even there.
That's why I was like, what
Elise
the
not even there.
She's on an eagle flying on the other side of the world. Not the other side of the world, the other
Continent.
side of the continent.
What do you mean she? I believe the little kobold is with.
Oh, have you not really explained all of your teachings and techniques yet? Great Judgment Dragon.
Arbu's a girl.
Why do you insist on it being the kobold?
I made an assumption.
You know what an assumption does?
Don't do it. I
Give-
swear to God, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'll come to your house.
But isn't the voice, doesn't the voice belong to Tia, man?
Bryce just leaves, and then like right as at the end of the session, we just see him fly.
Why are you doing this?
It would be about an hour, so.
Yep.
Well,
Just get tackled.
My current eyes would be set on one of the dragons as my successor.
Oh, Paragon.
Yep.
Mm.
Paragon, isn't it?
Okay.
yes.
All right. Plot point.
It's a few times I've had communications through Paragon to the young kobold.
So
He
is
seems.
there a
Oh,
hierarchy here then?
What does it matter about this hierarchy?
Don't most of us have
Just
some
get this-
form of hierarchy.
No, I don't. I mean, I've got a boss. All right. Yeah. Yes.
No ill will against you or your boss.
Honestly, I don't think Sarsa would have said any of this stuff. I was just curious because I wanted to know.
oh no, that's fine. I mean, it honestly isn't that common knowledge. He has a
Here's
reason why he
Stalker right
knows.
there.
I mean, most of us have some sort of intermediary beneath us, between us and our followers in some regard or another, whether it be a lesser fae or possibly a lesser titan or maybe a lesser dragon
Or
or
even a bow with a soul in it.
or a bow that is yet to receive a soul.
There.
Not
Well-
necessarily sure how the hierarchy might work for Ocean.
So what is it you want with Beast Court lady over there?
So eager. You need to relax. And he kind of like quickly turns around and kind of like some of you who are judgmental, if you will, kind of like slightly arc into like a slight combat stance. But you see, he just has a pot of tea and a little spoon, and he's just relax. As you see, I have only came with a cup and a teaspoon. And slowly starts mixing it. I'm not here to fight. So, relax. Enjoy yourself. Would you like some tea, Ocean? You just
I want no
see
fucking tea.
you just see almost one just kind of like emerge a little bit in front of you, like on a table stand and all that, just out of thin air, and he's just have a drink. It might calm you down.
You could probably use it.
As for
Coming
your,
up your ass, vomit.
well, as for Orissa, how are you feeling? I understand you're slightly underneath the weather in some form of way.
Things are problematic. A lot of things going on at the same time.
Yeah, you know, you you have been a very busy beaver, as one might say. You know, honestly, you should be thanking me. Because if it wasn't for my intervention, you probably would already be dead by some of the other gods. They don't like spying. But they understand I tend to do the same just to keep an eye on the peace. So I kind of mask some of yours as my own.
Well, as a former mortal, they can't. You know, they have to understand that I'm curious, especially when the gods don't want to share.
You're not wrong. We do imply on our secrecy on things we do and do not want to, you know, share to the world.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, you, as I stated earlier, you specifically. You see, honestly, no matter what your followers do, at the end of the day, they're going to fall. And while I am kind of here to help them in some form or fashion, it's not going to work the way that they would want it to go. But it's still no ill threat to them. It's actually still a great more benefit to them, as they could possibly gain the final instrument to their little collection, as they seem to be missing just one. That would indeed slow this fallen king to a more standard walk instead of a run. But also to alert them. While they do need to activate this obelisk that they're searching for, it's only going to start his process. I figured I would be a very kind individual, if you will. A very kind indeed, to pass down a little bit of knowledge to them. But I was hoping to speak with you as, well, I just don't want to see you die, Orissa. You see, I know you're running on fumes. And don't get me wrong, I like the technique you're going about it, using the Orb of Azrael as a foundation of your work. But let's be real, I've already done it a long time ago. And I could teach you. I could help you. You see, you were supposed to be, well, you were supposed to come to my realm. As all of my great followers that I allow, you had talent. You had gifts. You were very, very, how did you put it? Lucky. Yeah, that was it. But the Fae tend to wrap their hands around you first. And all that's doing is hindering you, slowing you down, hurting you. I mean, let's be real. As he kind of just magically plops back on like an invisible chair and just kind of leans back a little bit. I mean, you're sending all of your closest friends away. You are running yourself to death. And
What are you suggesting?
I am just wanting to offer one last chance. For you. No, again, no ill intent. I'm not gonna force you if you don't want to. I just don't want to see good talent go to waste. So my offer
Again,
is
what do you-
this.
Mhm.
You quit your little position, leave the Fae, and come to my realm. There you can learn, regather your strength, get stronger, and even far beyond who what you are now. And, you know, be just what you were meant to be. Greatness.
What's the catch?
You leave all of this behind. That's it.
What do you mean all of this?
Well, as I said, this world's doomed to die anyway. You think when this fallen king, this entity, you think he's going to stop at the mortals? No. While he can't necessarily reach our planes, as that's been created to work in that order, he can indeed reach the Fae and the Shadowfell. As his design.
Elise looks, or Reza looks at him. So what? You're just gonna leave everything?
Well, all of us are gathering our superstars, if you will. Our prime followers that we want to take with us. The rest, well, that's just how it goes, unfortunately. No bad intentions, but no good either. It's just the way things of life are. I mean, Tharsia, she can agree to that as well. While it's not a pleasant thing, you know, to be leaving souls behind, but we can't just scoop up every single person, especially if they're a non-believer or believer of a different faith.
You are the God who endures. You know.
So,
Kind of a coward.
oh, Ocean, as he slowly gets up and starts to walk closer and closer to you. His hand tries to go and reach like he wants to kind of like part some of your hair out of your face. Do you like fight that or do you allow it?
I lean back away from his reach.
Ocean, my
I
dear.
have some of your popcorn. Hand over to Arista.
You're going to have to get over this. I am not one of the ones who treated you so poorly. I mean, who do you think told your friend to, when the time was right, to come get you? You see, I care about individuals. You have a very important role, especially here on this world. While like I said, I didn't necessarily agree with you, the methods that was befalling you. And he kind of just pulls his hand back and just. So,
Made the mistake
Orisa.
of trusting the gods once.
Well, you can trust and not trust all you want. I am past all that now. So, Orisa.
You see, is during this time, Arisa's pulled out the book into her hands and is holding it and looking at it.
What do you think about my offer?
Flips through the
I'm-
pages. Yeah, she's listening. She's listening as he's talking.
I mean, does it not sound fair? I want to spare your life. I want to keep you alive from the harm that would eventually befall you. I mean, you're already hurting yourself as it is. And it makes me feel sad.
You see, Arisa nods. Well, thank you for letting me know what's hurting me. You do have to realize that we can't just let him die. Not again. Although, I suppose, as she closes the book, you did it once before, so I guess for you it's just another day and another walk in the park. Another day.
Well, that kind of stung slightly a little. I mean, you think I am the only one who allowed something like this? Why not ask the great judgmental dragon himself? Why do you think
Arisa
he-
looks at
Why do you think he's hiding in the airplane?
I look at the Bahamut and I'm like, well, why are you hiding in the airplane?
He's really big. I don't think he could hide.
Well, for
I
this
mean, it's hiding from
conversation,
other
he
things.
has shrunk to speak with everyone.
Mm.
Is he a human right now, or is he a dragon right
No,
now?
he's a dragon.
Okay.
Small dragon.
I will say this: Bahamut and
Stay on the
Tiamat do
airplane
not
for my
shift.
own reasons.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's just they do not shift into a mortal form. But anyways,
Oh my God.
as you were saying, sorry.
I stay on the airplane for my own reasons. First of all is the fact that it is against our own laws to be on the prime material plane.
Well, true.
You've all made this mess. Am I
We're not
wrong?
the only ones who have made a mess of things. To the continent to the north.
We all have blood on our hands.
And that's why we need to fix it. We can't just leave.
I don't disagree.
Do I?
But
What are you suggesting?
well,
Fuck the rules. What, are we
Well-
just gonna sit there and let it happen? Are we just gonna leave? I don't understand. Why is this even a conversation? Why are you all just sitting and doing nothing?
Not.
And you have a reference in the continent north. Yeah, that's right. I fucking did something to stop it.
You're pretty.
And in the end, we stopped it. Like, yeah, it cost a
Okay.
lot of. It cost more than we wanted to, but at least we stopped it.
Yeah.
The problem is, we all have our duties. If I leave for too long, there may be nothing to go back to. That's what we're all fighting. You're all aware of it. In different ways.
Tharsa is correct. We all have our own planes that we have to manage along with some of the others that we had to take from the betrayers, the revelers, the fallen. You know, poor Tharsa here, as he kind of goes and puts his arm around her. She's having to run Bitopia by herself, as Chanti is having to watch over a whole nother thing. That can't be easy, especially when it's not necessarily her job. Tharsa is a warrior. She is courageous as any of can get out. You, Arissa, everything you felt that to fight against the rules, who do you think it came from? You had the courage to do things that people typically did not. Should be thanking her. And yes.
Why?
Why? Because she helped you do things that other people could not do. As the Titan of Courage, that is her job. To inspire people, some who are willing to hear the call, to do things that others could not do.
Well, then her fucking pull is a bit too strong right now because I'm willing to do more than what others would not.
Tharsa, Chanti may not have really been able to explain too much. I know you're still a couple of hundred years new into this type of game. But, you understand some things. For the rest of you, I guess you can take this as a little history lesson. Especially you, Arissa, the one you've constantly headbutted for so often and so long. It is by fate's design how things end. This world is not supposed to go on much longer. She gave the signal. The signal is here. And it's ready to start doing what it is needed to do, which is necessary. Bahamut could hide all he wants on the airplane. While he would be safe there, he wouldn't have to deal with his consequences when they're all dead. Ocean, well, at least you will have some sort of peace in some form or fashion. Even though you'd be kind of lonely. My offer still stands to you. You're more than welcome to come and join. All I promise you is a safe haven. Not the tortures that you've been surrounded by all your years.
Brandon gave me Immortal, and I'm gonna protect him.
Yeah, and that works well when you keep drowning him. But I do admit, it's really pretty funny.
He's learning.
That's how you teach? By drowning?
He doesn't ask stupid questions anymore.
Oh, that is called obedience, Soshin. Surely you, of all of us, would know such a thing. That is obedience.
And he seems dead set on trying to stop whatever this is.
Don't get me wrong. As I said, I'm willing to help slow him down, but there's no stopping him. Like, why don't you believe me?
Because I don't trust you.
Of course you don't.
Inside
Gold inside check.
Godly
funny.
insight.
What are you inciting, Tharsa?
Oh no, I was saying he should. I don't.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was just making sure.
No, I'm not inciting a god. I would.
To
Well, you're
kind of be
Italian.
to be fair though, you do agree with a lot of things he says.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I wouldn't do it. I was saying he would. No.
But
So what, you're telling me that fate is responsible for this?
in some form or fashion.
Why doesn't she stop it? Why? What's the point?
To move on to the next place.
Well, why do you have to destroy this place? Just leave.
Because we have to start over when we come back. This isn't the first time we've been here.
What, are you gonna leave, come back to the same place? What? How backwards are you guys?
It's a little too much for you to truly wrap your head around and understand. Something that if
I'm not selfish enough for her?
you are very stubborn, but you're strong-willed, and it's another reason why I like you. It's why I want to save
Comes
you,
with the newness.
and you're not wrong. It does come with the newness of this whole position, but you see how much draining it has, Arissa. How much longer do you think you're going to keep this up? You think that rebels in your own court is going to stop? Unless you make them stop? Are you going to be that cruel? Are you going to go against some of your own logic and show a bit of aggression towards your own followers? That's the only way they're going to listen. And let's be real, you're not even a beast. You shouldn't even be in control of the beast court to begin with. That's why they're hating on you. All I'm trying to do is spare you the suffering that you're going through. Why don't you understand that? Why don't you see I'm trying to help you? You are so gifted, so talented, and you're wasting it, pissing it away. Excuse my language. You're running in circles, and it's getting you nowhere. I'll sweeten the deal for you. I'll let you handpick a few individuals. I could maybe tolerate 2. Especially if they're not of the arcane persuasion. I'll let you pick 2. You can recall your 2 friends. Since they've been doing a lot, don't you think they're exhausted too? You putting your own allies to work for your own personal gain. When are you going to rest?
Never.
I'll let you think about it, Orissa. Truly, think about it. Go home. Get into your little comfort zone. relax, whether it's on your giant glorious chair, in your comfy bed, or maybe just take a nice soak and just think about my offer. You could be so much more. And
Wait a
you're
minute.
just
Yes.
and you're just going to toss it away if you continue following this path. As he sighs eyes ocean, you too. I'm willing to make a space for you so you wouldn't be left alone. I know how loneliness can be. Could drive one insane. But I think my time is up. I will, if it's okay with the rest of you, give your followers a little bit of help, as I originally came to do, whether you accepted my offers or not. And be on my merry way. As if I was never here. What do you say? Anything else you might want to add, or are we done?
I think we're done here.
Rachel looks at him. I could only ever accept your offer. If this is doomed, then at least give these people a chance to fight for it as best as they can. I mean, if it's inevitable in the end, why not give them longer?
I could show them a thing or two that would make it a lot longer. Of course, Mother wouldn't be too happy, but her plan will eventually happen. It will eventually wipe this planet. But that doesn't mean it has to be tomorrow. Doesn't mean it has to be next week, next month. I would be willing to let a few generations go before the end, well, ends. But that is really pushing on my boundaries of what I can do. Fighting against my own kind, against Mother. It's not the type of person I am, but at the same time, I am...
If you want something, you have to work for it.
Well, it's the same for you. What are you willing to do?
But
Then give it up now.
let's just say my mortal side still wants to cling on to see a little bit more.
You could still see, you just have no interaction. Plus, it would only be slowing you down if you continue focus on these trivial matters. Once you come to my realm, you would see that there is way more than you ever even knew.
Rachel takes out the book again. I would at least have to see this one's lives out. At the very least.
My offer
Talking
won't-
about
Go ahead.
talking about potential, she has potential too.
And
She's like me, but different.
And I see that. If she continues to prove herself, maybe I might. I mean, knowing what I know a little, and you could see as he kind of brings her up and just almost like rewinds her, and it's like seeing a little bit of a generation. Is like, while she is such an odd one to be fitting with her kind, as it seems they have a little bit of a track of arcane mastery, but not of the natural persuasion like she is. Maybe.
Let's see what she can do. And maybe you're interested in her too. How about that?
Unfortunately, it's a risk that I cannot take. I will give you 5 mortal days to give me your answer. I want you to think about it. And you will have plenty of time to think about it when you go back home, as it's a lot different. But I want you to think about it.
I'm considering it, which is more than I was doing at the start.
Again, I'm only here to help. I wouldn't be breaking a lot of rules if I wasn't. I'm not here to gain anything, just to offer an assistance, as I do feel pity. I am not like my brothers and sisters. And I'm not like the scaleless dragon over here. I do have a conscience, but there's limits to what I can do and what I can go against. With this, I am done. Let me speak to your worshippers, and I'll be on my way.
Very well.
What?
All right. Fair enough.
Such a pleasure to meet all of you, to see some, as he gestures once again to Tharsage, to see a very familiar face. I need to catch up sometime. And if you need any assistance, please don't feel free. No, feel free? Yeah. Don't be afraid. Feel free to call me. I'll send a little help your way if you need it.
It's always an honor.
As the same to you. As you kind of go. Ocean, don't be a stranger.
Keep being a stranger to me.
As you kind of dissipate.
Before I dissipate, I kind of turned to Eris and I was like, so there's this new play on the airplane that's kind of about your whole situation that happened. I was just curious on how accurate it was. I had a few questions, if you don't mind.
You ask me later.
All right.
Bahama, maybe you will actually find some courage wherever you fly. Leave the past to the past. You just kind of flake away. And then it's just you and him, Eris, and he just... watching the cat
I'm
struggle. Watching the cat struggle for a
cat,
second.
the Dante.
It's like it's a fest.
everything.
It's a party here.
As you kind of just stare at him for a second without just saying another thing, kind of like a roar as you go back. And as time slowly starts to pick back up, we're ended there.
Oh, yeah.
So is there like
Yeah,
a whole
what?
god hierarchy? Like
Child.
certain gods are better than other gods, and they like
Yeah,
suck
yeah.
off to other gods?
I can explain something
Yeah.
to you in a second. But nevertheless, thank you everybody for coming out and joining us. Lovely as always. As we keep this train going, great conversation there, and I thought that was a little bit unique as well, so I wanted to try it. Nevertheless, thank you all for turning in. As we either have sleeping baby, or a wide awake baby. As always, hope you all have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, and we'll catch you later. Bye.
Bye bye.